Simpsons Index, an online spreadsheet that is also a podcast. This is the podcast.
Coming to you live from Pretty Beach in New South Wales, this is the Simpsons Index, episode 220. Hello out there, I'm your host Elliot Jay O'Neill, welcoming you to part 2 of the Tracy Ullman Shorts. And joining in with excited sound effects is Jordan Frost.
Hello.
Clare RR.
Feeling extra pretty.
Yeah. BT Calloway.
Hoy.
And Danny Rosewell.
Here as always, except when he's here. As always, except when he's... I'm Danny Rosewell. Danny
Are
Rosewell.
you live remixing yourself?
I've got it on the brain now, man.
Shit.
Well, this should be a very beat-filled and fat, delicious podcast.
That's pH fat, everybody.
By the time we get done with it.
Yes. And, yeah, of course, we're reviewing the Tracy Ullman Shorts, joining back again from 2 years ago. We recorded the first part now.
We're back at it again.
It's so nice to be back on Earth after my trip to outer space, and I'm really glad that you guys waited for me.
Yep. Well, we weren't going to review the rest of the shorts without you.
That was that tearful farewell where the rocket whisked you away and we ran alongside as you went up into the sky and we just said, we held up that sign, I'll wait for you.
You ran alongside while the rocket went
Yes.
up into the sky.
Yes.
That's what you stick...
I'm so bad at running, I can do it vertically.
You handed Beach that note before you left saying you are BT Calloway.
You said Lisa Simpson.
And, yeah, you touched my finger before we left.
Oh, yeah. Not to mention the 2-month-long coma.
That's a very funny E.T. Elliot joke there.
Yeah, no, I got it. Don't worry, buddy.
Yeah.
I was just sitting here chortling to myself. How droll.
All right, well, let's get into the reviewing of things. So we have to get into the watching of things.
Can you tell it's been 2 years?
Yep. And if you want to watch the Simpsons shorts along with us, I'll drop some links in the show notes where you can do that. All right, so starting out, we're going to watch Family Portrait. We'll be back.
Still here.
Don't ruin the magic for everyone.
And we are back, and we just watched Family Portrait. Hey, y'all, what'd you think?
Automatic Timers really gave 90s comedians just so much material.
Oh, and...
Like that and setting your VCR. Just, woo.
And a limited camera roll, can you imagine?
Oh,
I
my
cannot.
God.
We're only limited
Children
by
will
our
understand.
clouds.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure cameras didn't still look like that in the 80s, though. He was using some 1890s...
maybe The Simpsons did.
I don't know. I mean, yeah. It was like
Not everyone
100
can
years
afford
old.
the cutting edge, Jordan.
Yeah, see, this is The Simpsons before they became, like, unnecessarily wealthy. You know, when they were still broke jokes and had to use technology from 20 years earlier.
Oh, there's no way it was 20 years. That was like 100 years old, that camera.
Yeah, it was Grandpa's old camera.
Yeah.
In my head canon.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because like, it would have cost more to get an antique, I would have felt.
No, here's one I found in the attic. That way,
Mm-hmm.
we're never going to be able to afford a real camera. We're never going to be able to afford film. So we've only got the 3 photos that are left at the end of this roll.
And that's how good the episode was, Elliot.
Well, yeah, this one as well was actually featured on a semi-recent episode of The Simpsons, probably 10 years old by now.
Jesus.
Just sort of...
Yeah, recent is a very relative term.
Dude, look at my hands. I'm so old now.
So as a sketch, I don't know, it's kind of cute and fine, but yeah, I don't know.
That's
Oh,
just
it's
weird.
a cute little slice of life, man. It's all right.
I mean, this is more in tie with season 1 Homer, where he wants the perfect family, whereas later that's more of a Marge thing.
Yeah.
So this controlling patriarch is not what we're used to yet.
Yeah, Marge had definitely tuned out
Yeah,
quite
I love
quickly.
Sleepy Marge.
Oh,
Yeah, Sleepy Marge is great. I feel like, you know, the characters had formed nicely at this point. You know, they were all getting their little personalities. The only one I feel like they hadn't gotten down yet was Lisa.
Yeah.
Lisa
Calls
was
Homer
essentially a
Jumbo.
Bart, right?
Yeah, Lisa is much more sarcastic, getting people in trouble. And the start where she's just like spanking that toy.
I missed that.
I think that's what she was doing. I was trying to work it out, but it was very, you know, dead-eyed stare, just like hitting the baby doll. Like, I don't know, it was a bit concerning.
That's how we played with baby dolls in the 80s.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about it. Any other notes?
I mean, I would actually say that the characters were pretty different. Like, Marge was disinterested and outer glazed, and Homer was controlling and angry. He's
But
such a
Smiles,
lovable.
everybody.
Yeah.
I think that's still Homer in season 1. Like, if
Yeah,
these
season 1
Tracy
Homer.
Ullman shorts were prior to The Simpsons. We have to remember that. So,
Yeah.
it's them forming the characters that would become season 1. It's not talking about, like season 5 Homer and stuff.
Think of this one in relation to season 1 where they go to the picnic and Marge gets drunk and Homer's angry at everybody.
Yeah, true.
Oh, I love drunk
solid
Marge.
point.
It's amazing.
Drink the drink that I have made.
I was just thinking as well, like Bart only has like 2 faces that he can pull.
Yeah.
Because like I'm sure I've seen those before. Like I've seen those him pulling those faces.
Remember
and I'm
the
like,
pulling faces
How many
sketch,
faces
though?
can anyone pull, though? How many faces can you pull?
And you have your good ones, right? Like you have the ones that you would want the camera to capture.
Yeah.
He's only using his best material.
Yeah, he's got Magnum, La Tigre, Blue Steel.
All right, let's rank this thing. Jordan.
I've forgotten what we were doing.
Ranking this thing.
I don't. I mean,
6-point scale.
That starts down the bottom at failure, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right.
What if it was just meh?
If it was Matt, I reckon a participant
Okay,
would probably...
that's fair. But what about good rankings?
Well, let's steal the Olympics model and go bronze, silver, gold.
Yep.
What if gold's not enough?
Yeah, let's just go way beyond above
what
that.
would you give
Platinum.
for the best of the very best?
Yeah,
Oh, the
just,
ones you can't live without.
You know, like yeah, exactly.
just something better than platinum, How
Something
about...
sparklier and shinier
An
than
S
platinum.
ranking.
Yeah. Let's go cubic zebra. What would you like to rank it, Jordan?
I don't know. Bronze.
All right, Claire.
Silver.
Silver, BT.
I'm going to bronze as well.
All right, Danny.
I'm going to silver.
Ooh.
Oh.
Split room, Elliot Jay O'Neill. It's all
Do it,
down to you.
man.
No
Well,
pressure.
I'm the nice judge, but not today.
Oh.
Bronze.
Ooh.
I don't know. It's fine, but it's more cute than funny.
There's no insight. I didn't learn anything about the characters or about myself.
But I did learn about Elliot's character. Took a heel turn in this episode, man.
Yeah. And here he comes with a steel chair.
I show you one wrestling match this morning, and you already got the parlance down.
Here he goes with the bronze chair.
Yeah. Ooh. Nice.
All right, we're gonna watch the next one. We'll be back.
Yeah.
Derp.
Yeah. Bump, 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 bump. They need a stinger at the end, don't they?
Mhm.
So that was Bart's hiccups. Hey, y'all, what do we think?
It's okay. Lisa
like
is horrifying.
Yeah, she's
I quite
scary.
like this Lisa.
Incredibly
Like,
dead-eyed in just the animation. It's just
she's
these
clearly the
circles
Bart.
for eyes and
Yeah.
just Maggie, bring the patience.
Yeah, but it's playful. I'm liking her
Yeah.
extroversion. Does this mean they've sort of relegated Bart step down the ladder to Millhouse? That makes
He's the dud.
poor guy.
Yeah.
What about you, Elliot?
Oh yeah. I think that blended mix sounds horrifying, and I honestly thought we were going to see Bart chucking up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it went in a different direction, and you got to appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought they were going to make him throw up on Homer, and that would scare him, the hiccups out of him. But
They really like.
I don't understand modern medicine.
Or hiccups.
Yeah.
He's a good sport, though. Playing with letting them
I
feed
don't
him anything.
know that he'd let them. I feel like Maggie is freakishly strong to be able to just like pull his head back like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Maggie can handle a rifle, as we've learned.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
she's tough.
Yeah.
Maggie does a good Homer impression,
Yeah.
Yes.
pulling the skin back and things.
She does the same when she's
On point.
doing a Bart impression in the Cookies episode. So
Oh,
that
that's
girl's
right,
skull
yeah.
is malleable.
Yeah. Way more than 2 faces on her.
Mm.
Yeah. Who was saying it before that, Bart is willing to go along with it? I don't know. Like, if you've had a case of the hiccups that's just not fucking
Oh,
off.
man.
like-
You're willing to try
yeah.
any old
He did come in
wives remedy that you can
Jonesing
think
for a
of.
fix, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I do like seeing scenes with Lisa and Maggie playing together. Like, I've always enjoyed just watching the kids
Yeah.
be kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's something that the shorts do well is like pull focus on them 3 interacting. Like Maggie gets just left off the sideline way too often, and
In the real Simpsons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
she's still like a very precocious baby, but
This
like
gives me a vibe where Bart's being a good brother, like playing with the sisters and like letting them mess him around and stuff.
yeah.
Nice. It's
Yeah.
nice.
Like
And
when
also, the side effects are entertaining. So,
yeah, I love Lisa's dry delivery on those. Yeah.
may include side effects, but those side effects may be very entertaining, Maggie.
Although, yeah, he had what seemed like cup or 2 of milk,
Yep.
ice cream,
Hot sauce. Don't forget the hot sauce.
Maple
yeah,
syrup.
and then what, like tin broccoli? Like, I mean, if you don't throw off after that,
Yeah.
there's something wrong with you. I feel
Iron
like 2
cast
loads.
stomach.
Also, they were already like on the counter, like
Yeah.
they weren't in the fridge or freezer. I wouldn't be eating that.
Well, if they're in the cupboard, they'll never sell that way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Here's
see,
what I
I
prepared
feel
earlier.
like they'd already organized that they had the doctor's office play going,
Yeah.
and it's like, here's our next
Yeah.
patient. So
Yeah.
God knows
Yeah.
what they've actually done to Marge and Homer. Maybe there's a reason
Oh my
why
lord.
neither of them are currently in the picture. They're probably in the
The
bathrooms.
transplant has failed.
We sewed them together.
To make one ultimate parent.
Homarge.
think
Oh, yuck.
Called homage.
Do you think Nancy had hiccups?
Oh no, she just said
Yeah.
it once and they doubled it in post.
That way they don't have to pay you for two.
Yep.
Hiccups are not hard to fake. So.
I don't know. I just wondered if like it was, actually,
Inspired
real.
by real events.
No,
The
no,
animators had to
no,
catch up.
just like that. They just forced herself to have them somehow.
Yep. Hey, she might have caught them
How
by
can
the
you
end.
do? Actually, when I eat sushi really quickly, I can give myself the hiccups.
Okay. Nice.
Wow.
Very specific. Is it the sushi or the wasabi?
I think it's just like eating a large amount of rice too quickly.
Yeah.
You're an X-Men freak, and this is your superpower.
Yeah.
Nice. The hiccupper.
You mutant. You muties.
They don't persecute him because he's different.
Yeah, fair enough.
Jordan, what would you like to rank it?
Come back to me.
Chambered
Right.
if you want.
Okay,
Right.
BT.
Silver. I enjoyed this one more.
All right. Danny.
Gold. I enjoyed this one more too.
Claire.
Silver. I enjoyed this one exactly the same.
Consistency.
Gold for me. I think it was one good joke away from being a cubic sketch.
Ooh.
Jordan.
I'm going to say silver as well.
All right. Shiny silver. That's nice for it.
Yeah,
All
good
right.
for it.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, we're going to watch another one. We'll be back. Come on, Daily Motion. It's the internet being a poopy again.
It might be. It'll unpoop soon.
Gross.
Just goes right back up.
How do you unpoop?
I
don't.
tend not to.
Yeah.
All right, and we are back, and that was the money jar. Hey, what'd you think?
Quaint.
I really like this one actually. I like the consciences,
Yeah. The
and-
classic angel devil.
Yeah, and the fact that Maggie's one I think really made it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, that was great.
Yeah, this is a Maggie heavy episode, as we were saying before. She's not in many of them, but
Yeah,
when
and
she's there, she shines.
Yeah, no, that was like a great escalation with the three kids. I think the Bart line would have hit different had we not, had 30 years of the classic the devil and angel, but they're both the devil
Yeah.
sort of
Yeah.
gag.
Yeah, that's
It's
it.
been in The Simpsons too.
Like, that's exactly why it didn't hit me, because I've seen the devils, too many angels, blardy-blars, but I really like the scenes in this, the camera angles on the
Yeah.
scenings, and in fact it's on our screen right now. That's the angle of the kitchen we've never seen.
Yeah.
And I love rooms where you can see the other room behind the other, and here we can see the room
Yeah.
behind the other room behind the other. You
Like,
can never see that in Simpsons.
If you guys remember the early ones where a lot of them were just a weird angle in a completely empty room except for a table, and
Yeah.
that was like how they originally framed a lot of these. These look like actual thought went into it.
they're different as well. Like
Yes.
every Simpsons shot of every room is decided now. Every angle inside the house is established.
They know the layout of the house, and it will never change.
Yeah, yeah. But just doing that with the cameras is so much more interesting. It's dynamic.
Yes.
There was a good bit where I could tell that they were doing a zoom in by moving the slide.
Yeah.
It was so good though.
Lovely, old school animation techniques before.
Mm.
Yeah, the things that they had to do before computers just, you press enter and boom, cartoon.
All of a sudden. Also on Maggie, I like when, Bart and Lisa get the $ eyes, and then it takes her a second of just looking at them both and be like, oh, if you're doing it, then I'm
Yep.
Yeah.
$ eyes as well. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. And she does little finger swipey.
Oh
shame.
yeah.
Yeah.
She goes tisk
yeah.
tisk.
Yeah. Oh, I loved Maggie's little Yeah.
She
She's
didn't say
very
the magic
dynamic in
word.
this.
Yeah.
I think we also need to give some credit to Marge's washing gloves and how they turn into
That she's
claws when
putting
she gets
out.
angry.
Yeah.
And she's
And-
putting them on to go shopping.
Yeah,
Yes.
she's putting her. What was with that?
Driving
what was
gloves.
with that?
Homer's ate a bear claw before driving the car just previously, and it's all sticky, the steering wheel.
Oh, that's upsetting.
I thought this was really cute, but what did y'all think, BT? What would you like to rank it?
Oh, rankings, though. Brilva.
Gotta choose.
Fine, I will silver again.
All right.
Even though I didn't enjoy it as much as the last one, but I enjoyed it more than the first one. Are you happy now?
Yeah, I am.
Good.
And I agree with you. It was, to me, one good joke short of being a gold, but also giving it the leeway that maybe in the 80s that the Bart joke wasn't a done premise yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, silver for me. Danny, what do you reckon?
Well, the last one I golded, so I'm stepping back to silver this time. I think they did a lot that was interesting. They're starting to kind of try things, and that's cool.
Yep.
But I can't help but be unimpressed by angels and devils these days. I just can't. I can't do it.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what sold the Maggie one for me, because I haven't seen that joke, the baby devil and angel talking gooba gubba. Yeah. Claire.
Silver again for me.
Jordan.
Silver. Also, I think Bart's face is fucked. Like,
they're all fucked.
Yeah, but he's like, blah, yeah, and his mouth and his eyes are on like separate sides of his face, and it's all weird.
Actually, that is something we like. The early shorts in the early series always had a really animated faces, but in
So
a really inhuman
vibes.
way though. Like they animated them so they were constantly moving, but didn't make sense to life.
Yeah, Marge's face as well. They clearly use that same one as well when she's reprimanding the kids, but like she doesn't look threatening because like her eyes are kind of pointing in different directions. And, be good, kids. And
She's never quite facing forwards or sideways. She's just sort of drawn fluid.
Yeah, I think that's what I liked about Family Portrait, at least. You know, Marge wasn't just being the meh, you don't do things, which she often did in the shorts. Anyway, let's watch another short.
We'll be back shortly.
Hey.
Perfectly cut screams.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll be right back. Yeah, that was the art museum. Hey, y'all, what'd you think?
Well, is everyone familiar with the podcast Thrones of Game? And our question, nudity! There was a little bit of nudity in this one.
Yeah, I think this is the first time boobs were on The Simpsons.
Animated titties on TV? My.
Definitely the first time, possibly the last time.
Yeah, they didn't even show David's dingus in that episode where they were talking about David's dingus.
And this did even have a little hint of crotch as well, you know?
It's the suggestion.
The
Pleasant
V.
to see. Yes.
Or, you know, with the legs, the Y. Yeah, I know how anatomy works.
I just want to know how they managed to get it past security into the car, like without the
Anyone
parents
noticing.
seeing.
Well, that's when we talk about the wackiness of this section.
I was really impressed at how fleshed out their characters are getting now. Like, in a lot of the shots, Bart and Lisa and Maggie essentially could look modern, you know? There's a few where their hair is still old-fashioned, soft. And Homer and Marge, not quite as much, but Homer's getting really close. It's just the mouth needs to be fleshed out a bit.
Oh, man, some of Homer's expressions in the car, my God.
Yeah.
I've never made my dad that angry.
Zigzag teeth and everything.
But then
4 unibrows stacked on top of each other.
you've never committed like art theft either.
Not that he knew about.
Felony art.
I mean, maybe he's just that good. We've
Yeah.
been hanging out with a known art thief all these. Why does he always want to come to these exotic locations?
I did notice, like, when they were driving home in that third bit, like, Marge looked so just tired and down, oh God, this is fucking tiring day. This is the worst day of my life.
There was a weird sense of whose idea was this, because the very first joke, which I didn't quite like, is Bart's like, I have an announcement, I'm bored, and Homer's like, now son, maybe we're all bored.
Yeah.
But then later on, Homer's like, that's the last time we take you to the art museum. So it's like, whose idea was this?
Well, clearly Homer's. He wanted to go all the wooga, yippee, yippee. Yippee, yippee.
Yeah.
Yippee.
Those are sex noises.
Yeah. I see that Y and I'm like, yippee, yippee.
Y is for yippee.
Jesus. Any other notes?
Honestly, I think I've peaked. So
Danny, what would you like to rank it?
I'm giving this one another gold.
Yeah?
Yep. Felt a good sense of progress from where I was in the last episode.
Jordan, the sound of your nails is going to come up on track.
Oh, he's getting sassy.
Yeah, Jordan.
I'm going to give it gold 2, mainly for Maggie's superhuman speed and strength.
The sequel.
Claire.
I also want to give it gold. I really liked it. I liked, the nudity obviously appealed to me greatly. I liked that the kids were working together to be little shits. I liked that the parents were working together to try to control them. It was working. It was working. Everyone was working.
Maggie's classic catch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I think that's what I like about the kids in this mode as well, because they're not like Huey, Dewey, and Louie, where there's just like no real distinction between the characters, with exception to the new DuckTales series with David Tennant. That's fucking amazing. But yeah, they all have their things. Lisa did this by accident. She didn't do it on purpose. And then Bart, the rapscallion, he's in the jar the whole time.
On purpose. Yeah.
And then, precocious and strong little Maggie catching, An antique jar that also had her 10-year-old brother inside. Yeah.
I get a feeling that she was trying to push it over so that when it fell and smashed, Bart was in the inside and he would take the blame.
Ooh.
Oh, this is like, their sequel to Space Patrol.
Yeah.
What a bitch.
Where she, smashed the vase on his head.
Yeah.
BT?
Yeah.
I'm gonna silver.
Oh, dragging
It's
down
a good
that gold.
silver, but you know.
Yeah, that's all right.
It's fine.
It's fine. No, it's not fine.
Mm.
All right, let's watch another one. Oh, the Simpsons are going from the art museum and now to the zoo.
Can you imagine them at the zoo? Let's find out.
How
Homer-
wacky.
Homer, stay away from the panda enclosure.
Oh, God.
I think it's Brad Rabbit scenario. Oh no, don't throw me in the
Yeah,
panda
that's
enclosure.
yep.
Jesus.
Well, that's just silly.
The clothes was strange. Strange.
Although I do like we're establishing Homer has a catchphrase in these early ones of, that's the last time I take you kids to X.
Yep.
Yeah, I wonder how more of these Simpsons go-to episodes we're going to get.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know where to start. Does anyone else know where to start?
Yeah.
I know where to start.
I'll start by saying that long shots of them walking single file felt very Hannah Barbera.
Hannah Montana the Barbarian.
Oh, damn it. Those long shots of them walking single file felt very Hanna-Barbera
Montana.
to me. Damn it. You take two.
All right.
If the last episode was the first time like nudity, I think this is the first time we've had literal poop.
Yeah.
as well.
And a lot of it.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? I thought that monkey was throwing a frosty chocolate milkshake.
Then why
Yeah.
was he so upset about it?
Because he didn't get to drink it. Wouldn't you be?
No.
But like his
Yeah.
tongue should have come out then and licked it off his face.
It was just like
You know.
a chocolate milkshake.
Only sloppy.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm grossed out now.
Yep.
But I really like this. I like the, obvious joke that the monkeys were going to look
Yeah.
like the Simpsons. But, I kind of felt for Bart here. He just asked for a peanut, got
Yeah.
shot down by his father, who had plenty to share. Then who was backed up by Marge being like, stop tormenting your father
Don't
with
sass
questions
your
of,
father.
of questions of needing, food.
Sass.
And... the little connection between Monkey Bart and Real Bart, and he gets the peanut. I felt there was heart to this episode.
Yeah, let's talk about the heart.
The
That's
bumps.
nice.
Also, the fact that Homer wouldn't give him one, and yet every time he was like taking the peanuts away, like several just like fell out of the box and like
Yeah.
onto the ground. He was wasting them anyway. He just spitefully didn't want to give any to Bart.
And there's something genuinely Homer about, here you go, monkey. Haha, just kidding.
All right.
Yeah.
So this joke is repeated in the Bigger Brother episode, Brother from the Same Planet, I believe, where, Homer's teasing the dolphin with his hot dog.
Oh, yeah.
And I've always wondered why Homer made that particularly weird face as he was laughing then, because this is season 4 at this time. Homer's character models is very well established. And it's an obvious direct reference to this bit where he's just making that giant fucking baraka
100%.
smile as he's getting joy from
And
teasing
his
animals.
Eyes are going in like opposite corners
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
It's really fucked up.
I guess then when he did it again, it's like, all right, dolphins can't fling poop. So
Yeah, he's evolving.
yeah, that's about all my notes on this one.
Yeah, I didn't really like the ending though. The whole, we switched with Monkey Bart. Wah.
And nobody noticed. Oh, gosh, how did we get this far as a
And
We
then-
species?
really need to look at the children before we get them into the car. They keep stealing paintings and being monkeys.
Were the monkeys in cages or not in cages?
They're in
Yeah,
a cage.
Oh, okay.
Were they?
There were bars,
and they're just
at
doing
least.
just fine.
Remember, because the monkey was like trying to reach through the bars.
Yeah.
Yep.
Gotta be down.
But
Because I want it all.
but they weren't when Bart was in them. Then they were in like a enclosure.
Well, then we were behind the bars.
of course.
As we go slowly, as we realize there's no real limit between us
In the thrilling
and the caged
like,
animal.
documentary tell-all
Yeah.
documentary.
Yeah.
I like the implication though that Bart has made the choice to switch,
Yeah.
because he was like, I do love you guys. Like, he lived with the family for a while and they really cared for him, but he realized that being overfed with peanuts and bananas was actually just as bad as being starved to death by Homer.
Mm.
I don't see how he could come to that
Lessons well
conclusion, but
learned.
good for him.
Better the devil you know that starves you, I suppose.
The pose that he's in, like with Marge, like sort of holding him, reminded me of some famous old painting
You
of like
mean
someone
the
like
one of,
like holding like
yeah.
someone who's died
No, I
in
know the
war or
one.
something?
There's a statue
Yeah.
of Mary holding Jesus, and it's
It just looked like that, and it was really sort of because he was naked, and it was like,
And
huh.
Mary was feeding Jesus bananas, and
Classic.
Well, they didn't really understand medicine back then,
No.
so it was just trying to. Is
Shoving-
this how
Take
resurrection
your
works?
potassium. Yeah.
Needs more potassium.
and cans of broccoli and hot sauce. All right, Claire, we'll start with you this time. What do you reckon?
Oh, hell. I'll go with gold.
Hey, BT.
Let me think.
I'm going with a silver.
I'm gonna go with.
Danny.
I also think silver. Yeah. Yep. I don't know. I felt like a step backwards, and I can't put into words why.
It felt
from
like
the
a
last
parallel
episode.
step for me. I'm gonna silver.
Whoa.
Hey, and Jordan.
I'm gonna go gold. Yes.
Hey.
Oh,
what do you want to rank it, Bella?
It was shit. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so opinionated. You're such a bitch. Yeah, you're a little
What's
bitch.
your little nose going for? Oh.
Oh, by the way, yeah, secret guest Bella is joining us today.
Secret.
All right, we're going to watch one called Shut Up, Simpsons.
All right, sweetie.
All right, and we are back, and we just watched Shut Up, Simpsons. Hey, y'all, shut up.
You shut up.
Oh.
All right, no, let's stand up and have a big hug. Then choke
You
each
shut
other.
up.
This was a really tonally strange episode
Yes.
to me.
Yes.
And the beat goes on.
Now let's all hold hands. And, let's touch each other's hair a bit.
And forgive each other.
Yeah, a lot of
Forgiveness.
forgiveness.
I
But
forgive you.
not too much forgiveness.
No.
I've kept tallies of all the things you've wronged me with.
And then, of course, have all the men strangle each other, but keep the girls out of that one. It's a little too tonally insensitive.
Yeah.
Like, it was terrible. Like, it was ill thought out. The animation was repetitive. The script was repetitive. And it was just really, really quite boring.
Yeah. No, the couple that they've had Grandpa in for have been really weird and bad.
His voice is very. Yeah.
He is old.
He has been
Yeah.
choked a lot.
Decrepit.
Right?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like Homer and his massive mitts, like he's choking both Bart and his dad at the same time.
Yep.
Amazing.
Destroy all generations, the past and the future. Only
And
the
thus
present
you
matters.
destroy yourself.
Aha.
Yeah, it was like a fucking Waiting for Godot, like the lines where it was sort of like non sequitur-ish and
Yeah, the first
fucking
act was
weird.
strange.
Yeah.
Very disjointed. And that was kind of nice. I like that little absurdist beat there. But much like Waiting for Godot, they didn't have anywhere to go for the second act.
Yeah, there wasn't a joke that they landed on with any of this setup.
Godot
really.
never even shows up.
Some say we're still waiting.
Mm-hmm.
Wait for it. Failure. What about you, Danny?
Well, that's harsh. Oof. Bringing out the knives, Elliot.
Yeah.
Knives Out.
Good movie.
Tits deep.
That's not a good movie.
I don't know what the
That's
second...
a great movie.
It feels like there's a second half to Knives Out, you know?
Yep.
Tits
Knives
deep.
out, wives out. I don't know.
Yeah, all right. Thing is, I sort of get his failure. I want to do it as well, but
I understand it. Yeah.
You can do it.
oh,
Quote Rob
Look,
Schneider.
I'm just going to jump in here and say failure as
thank
well.
you. Wow.
I really didn't like this one. I thought it was super boring.
Jesus.
Jordan.
Yeah, I don't know what sort of like mind control Lisa has to be able to say like, let's hug it, or was it Bart or I think it was Lisa.
I don't even
And then
know.
for them to just do it is really bizarre.
It didn't feel right. You're right. I'm
So
failing too.
failure,
Yeah.
Such a fluid family interaction that's so relatable, BT.
Look, I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. So I'm going to give it a participant.
They clearly.
I
had
can
the
kind of
punchline.
see what they were going for, but they just didn't get there.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Yep.
but I wasn't mad.
All right. Just disparticipanted.
That's the one I was.
It's pretty good. That worked.
All right. Let's move on to Shell Game.
Weird.
All right, and we are back, and that's like the exciting part 2 of the old cookie episode. Going back into the cookie jar for these stories.
This was the naughtiest thing a kid could do back in the 88s.
Just getting in mum's jars.
Then why put jars where kids can reach them?
So they learn.
Mm.
You know.
They didn't.
they can learn again. Sometimes you have to teach the same lesson several times.
Why do you put an apple tree in the Garden of Eden with giant glowing neon arrows pointing at it?
Just don't touch it. Just go on, don't.
And then God's like, where'd the apple go? And then Adam's got the bowls and he's whipping it around. And then goes, hey, God, look over there.
Yep.
Yeah, that wasn't
God
great.
freaking falls for it again.
Oh, well, I guess he must be innocent.
Omniscient, my butt.
He's omniscient. He's just gullible.
Gullible God.
He's omniscient, but he doesn't know what he just imagined and what was real, and so you can mess with him.
So the jokes weren't very funny.
No. I'd say they were unfunny.
Yeah.
I'd say the character models are almost like on par with season 1 now. Though.
Yeah, they're really...
again, Angry Marge looked fucked. Like, she had dinosaur teeth.
She's still got a ways to go, yes.
Yeah, expressions fucked, but the character models themselves.
Yeah.
It was very weird in some respects. Like Lisa just pops out from behind the fridge.
Just a rat.
Like a weird sort of...
Just a freaking narc.
Yeah. And then the way that Homer and Marge come in, they sort of schloip into shot, and it was very bizarre.
Yeah. I mean, Homer teleports into scene.
Yeah.
It reminded me of the Flash TV series. I don't know if you've seen that, where he will appear in frame. He just because he does the Flash powers and goes really fast. And
he flashes?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, no, but yeah.
Yeah.
Does get his dick wet, though.
Flash running at super speed, just helicoptering the whole time.
Yeah, they used to call him the Flash. Well, then he found material that could withstand the friction of going.
Yeah.
And also, Maggie is magical also because her little neck should have been choking on that cookie she was clearly hiding in her esophagus. And then, the dexterity, she was able to pull it out.
Right?
And then,
also managed to stay dry as well.
Does she have teeth yet?
She
was chomping on the cookie
Her
at the end.
Do they have fingernails?
Yeah, her
Let's
teeth
start
are
there.
like Homer's watch. They appear when they're needed.
Yeah. Because, I was trying to remember, the episode where she got her first tooth, and it was pointy. That was a Treehouse of Horror.
Yeah.
They went on Jerry Springer. Anyway.
Totally canon.
Let's start with you again, Jordan.
Participant, just for Maggie's very good sleight of hand.
Danny?
Is that what bumped it up or knocked it down?
Put it up, because it was stupid.
It was stupid. It wasn't funny, but it was delivered well. I liked their animation and their drawings getting better. And participant. Claire.
Yeah, also a participant. It wasn't bad enough to fail, but it really wasn't great. Yeah.
And it wasn't
I don't
funny.
have much else to say about this.
Yeah, I'm trying to get talked up, you guys, by this, but I really didn't like this one. I'm failing at BT.
Look, this was a bit more surreal and weird. But again, I don't hate it, so I will participant. Tapita.
All right, we will watch another one. It is called The Bart Simpson Show.
All right, really giving people what they want. Bart by the bowlful.
And we're back. Yeah.
I have lots to think about after watching that.
Lots to unpack.
First of all, is this the first Itchy and Scratchy? Itchy and Mitchy?
I think so.
I believe so, yeah.
Itchy and Pinchy.
Yeah, I recognize that frame as well from the 138 episode Spectacular as well, where they were like, all your favorite characters were there.
Grandpa
then.
Simpson.
Yeah.
That pose that Homer is striking is he's twisting his body into it as he's leaning against the door, and he's sort of got his legs crossed over all the way, and he's half twisted, and
No, I liked it. I liked the dynamic pose. Normally Homer just stands there. I like that they tried something different in front of that Escher-esque background that I know that Danny wants to talk about.
I
With the
can't.
forward
I'm
archways.
staring at it right now. There's rooms to rooms to rooms. There's a fucking labyrinth behind him. What is going on back there?
There was 4 arches all in shot, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, he appears from the multiverse.
Dude.
Also, after the gag, where usually in the regular Simpsons they'd be like, ha ha ha, they're just staring dead-eyed at the TV as Scratchy's head just bounces off screen, and which they have the gall to say, it's our favorite show.
Yeah.
They weren't even enjoying it.
We love this show.
Yeah, I just don't think they pulled it together.
No.
I think premise setup was really good, and I even thought Bart's little Bart show was really cute. And like, I wanted to see more of the Bart Show, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
Man, his MC of setting him up was really fun, and then him coming in and being like, "Hey, on my way home from the studio," that was really.
Yeah.
I love when he's swinging above his age bracket. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Doing a great Bob Hope or something.
And he's also like, all right, there's lots of things I liked about this in the sense of, you know, they're watching TV together. They actually weren't having that much fun. And the fact that he wants to entertain his sisters, I think is so cute. And it shows Bart's creativity.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
this is the thing that, like, Bart is not actually stupid. You know, he learns differently. And he's got a lot of this, like, innate talent that you don't often see. So this is a nice, like, little hint to that side of his personality
well
really
before
early
he becomes
on.
a jazz drummer.
Yeah, exactly.
And an Oscar winner.
Yeah. I was going to say, is he pretending to be on the Ed Sullivan Show? Is that because he's like, thanks,
say,
Ed,
back
or
to you,
something?
Ed.
Carson,
Yeah.
Sullivan,
Yeah.
Fallon, you
That
know,
whole
all
deal.
the greats.
Yeah, because he was like, but like the fact, he's obviously
called
he
you
had
there,
that
Rick.
puppet made already,
Yeah.
and he was pretty good at it,
Well, that
like
was,
manipulating it and stuff, like
What's the rabbit called?
from the
Life is
cartoon.
Hell,
Blinky, Bongo?
Bongo.
Yeah.
Bongo.
Well, yeah, it had 2 ears, so it's not Bongo, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's probably a reference.
Yeah, like it's very good, and also he's obviously disassembled that TV before.
Oh yeah.
That was
like he just
really
knew how to do it
solid.
in like 2 seconds, and
Yeah.
just ripped down the curtains and was able to like put them up. Like
Great.
he's obviously this is a regular
Skilled
occurrence.
craftsman. Yeah.
And, you know, and then they have this little commentary about violence in the
It's
system as
stupid,
they
but
strangle
it's
each other.
not
We all
violent.
clap and watch, just like we're clapping and watching them strangle each other.
Yeah.
Isn't that nice?
Just like seals asking for a fish. Clap, clap, clap.
Oh, but then Homer was violent. Maybe he's the bad influence. Yeah.
I just got to say as well, isn't it amazing how far remotes have come?
Oh
They
yeah.
used to only just have
All
a big,
the way from the TV into our hands.
It used to be just like a box with
two
two
buttons.
light switches on it, and then now we've got phones.
Yep.
Amazing.
Yeah, is there anything they can't do?
Not that I'm aware of.
Who wants to rank first? Who's chambered?
I was quite fond of this one. I'm going to give it a gold.
What?
I know. I
I'm-
don't know
I'm-
why. You just got to trust your guts.
I'm like gold concept, bronze execution, because I don't think it comes together properly. So I'm going to rank that into a silver, I guess, with the question marks around it.
All right.
Very first appearance of Itchy and Scratchy. It's
Yeah.
landmark.
I mean, it was barely an Itchy and Scratchy sketch.
Just because it's landmark doesn't mean it's, important. This might be your last episode. We don't know.
Wow.
You might wake up dead tomorrow. Also, I just want to say you can't always trust your guts, and we know that for certain. Anyway,
Did I poop myself?
not you. I mean, not this trip. Previous trips we've had unfortunate events. Anyway, I'm going to give it a silver.
It's really outing him.
Not you. I mean, everyone. Everyone.
What happened on previous trips that we all shat ourselves?
What you all got like food poisoning.
that's true. We all got
we didn't poop ourselves.
No.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like, oh, it's probably fine. Oh, no, it's not.
Look, the words coming out of Jordan's mouth do not represent the opinions or facts of this podcast.
Bella, what are you going to rank it?
I don't know.
That's not her voice.
No.
Her voice is Claire?
Oh my god. I'm also going to go silver. I'm sorry, Elliot. I know. I can see the incredulity on your face every time we say something nice about this.
The incredulity of man.
Oh, no, because, like, I'm going a bronze, but it's, like, this is a bronze up from participant for me because, like, just because I liked the setup, I thought everything, like, the landing was so bad that, yeah, it couldn't go higher than that for me. But, you know, that's why we have the individual rankings, no matter
right.
how wrong you all may be.
Well, in the first in the first run of this podcast, we'd all rank it, and then Elliot would choose what the actual rank was.
Yeah, it's sort of like the U.S. electoral system.
Hey!
Oh,
Elliot chooses that?
Yeah. Elliot is responsible for 4 years of Trump.
yeah, look, I've made some mistakes.
You're making mistakes.
Now we're going to watch Punching Bag.
And then they all ran away to a domestic violence shelter
Yeah.
before
Yeah.
things escalated further.
Anyway, then a ghost butler started talking to Homer and to convince him to kill his family. Yeah, no, this is really fucking creepy.
Yeah.
I didn't mind the premise. In general, it was fine. The family being cranky at Homer, the kids taking it out of punching bag. That was all fine. Even Marge and her little I like the sound of the punching bag. Cute.
Yep.
Completely destroyed by the
second he-
really toxic, nasty way that Homer spoke to Marge. Not okay, 1980s.
I said don't tell him to knock it off. Now do it.
Now move it.
Yeah.
Get the fuck off your arse.
Like, what was his like? Was he going to destroy the punching bag?
I think okay. Here's my meta commentary on it.
Yeah.
He's seen that his family is all like angry and like don't like him, and so he's like, you know what? I hate myself the most of all.
I kind of thought that's where it was going as well.
No,
I just need to destroy myself.
See, I'm
no,
pretty
I don't.
sure
That's
he
not
just
it.
he came in and heard them all boxing, so
Yeah.
he's angry at them boxing. Doesn't know
He
it's his
doesn't
head
know.
yet.
And Bart was trying to hide the fact his face was drawn on the punching
Yeah,
bag.
he knows something's drawn on there. He can see the lines, but he doesn't. He wants like confirmation it's his face so he can really blow up and choke the kid out.
Oh, see, I thought that's why they were all apologizing because like
Because
they saw. It was more
Marge
because
went in to
Marge
stop
went to
them.
stop it, and then
Yeah.
But then like why was Bart and Lisa and Maggie apologizing too? I thought it was because he'd already seen that face was drawn on.
I'm pretty sure it was just that Marge probably came up there, said, "You kids are making too much racket, and your father's done this."
Your
Let me have a
violent,
go.
abusive
Yeah,
father is going to
exactly.
storm up here in a minute.
I love though that we're all just like, we've watched episode after episode of Bart being strangled, like physically abused, and we're like, oh, that's fine. And then like the second he raises his voice to Marge, we're like, oh no, you
Something's
didn't.
different
like,
though. He
fuck
said it like
you.
he meant it this time.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
really like it was genuine.
It's like he just didn't show it on camera. He was like showing the back of his hand to her. Like, yeah, it was like this real creepy vibe.
One
But
of
also the
these
fact,
days, Marjorie.
also the fact is like at the start, he's like shoving them all into that room, like almost like locking them into like
That's right.
the recreational area. Like you've got time out of your cell to play a little bit, and like they know that's in there, and it's like okay, well then you can't get mad when they use the stuff.
Yeah, the creepy fucking playroom that we only see that has, only items that are convenient to the plot of that sketch.
A windowless room with one entry. Yeah.
Yep.
Lisa's pretty good caricature. Like in 2 seconds draws a complete spitting image of
They're
Homer.
talented kids. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm giving it a participant, and it's being bumped up for failure only because I was genuinely amused by the Marge turnaround. That I liked how aggressively and fast she was hitting that punching bag. That did get a little chuckle out of me, but the rest of it just kind of sucks to watch.
Also, like when, Lisa's trying to hold back the punching bag so Homer can't see it, and then lets go and it smacks him in the head and knocks him out, and Bart just holds her hand up like a victory.
Yeah.
That got a chuckle from me. But other than that, I'm going to say none of this fits together properly, and I don't like it fail.
Oh.
I also I liked Lisa being like, well, you're a sexist pig because like, oh, you're a girl, you don't punch things.
You're a mere
and then,
girl.
yeah, she really is being, smaller and younger than him, like really sending it much further back than he did. So yeah, I feel like Lisa is just better at controlling her rage, but has more anger towards her dad.
So what was your rank then?
I think it's still a failure. It's still terrible, and I hate it.
Claire.
I'm sorry, I have to go with failure. Nobody speaks to Marge like that.
Nobody puts Marge in a corner.
Or in the windowless playroom.
Yeah, exactly. Especially when
where
she's
you lock the children.
She's in the middle of knitting with her way oversized needles. Yeah.
Danny.
Look, I have to fail it as well because I was very disappointed and a little scared, and I sort of expected Marge to flinch when he said that. But there is a lot that I did like. I quite liked their shtick when he got knocked out and he held the hand up straight away. That was really good, except I was so busy thinking he's going to wake up and murder his family.
Yeah.
That's a weird note to end
Y'all
on.
are talking me down. Unanimous failure. We are giving this sketch the index finger. And we'll be back when we watch another one.
We'll be right back. Did he say Durf gun?
I thought you said burp.
Burp gun, yeah.
Burp gun.
Or maybe it was burf.
Nerf.
Nerf. Yeah.
Burf.
And we just watched a Simpsons Christmas Carol. Hey, what'd you think? Oh, no, not Christmas Carol. What is the night before Christmas? Is
It's
it just
pronounced
that?
Night Before
Carl.
The Christmas Carol.
I don't like Christmas poetry. As soon as he starts rhyming,
No.
I'm like, I'm not invested in
It
this
wasn't
anymore.
poetry, it was a rap.
Oh, yes. Lest we forget.
Yeah, you need to put a beat behind that one.
My only note on this one was dancing candy bars. They looked good.
I was saying boo earns. Yeah, I mean, like it's all right. You have to just classify Christmas things on a whole different.
Yeah, fair
thing.
enough.
Like you can't compare Christmas specials to other episodes. They're never going to be the same. You compare them to other Christmas specials, right? And for a little short, I was thinking this is cute. This is pretty cute. Not too many hideous rhymes that I thought, oh, that didn't work at all. Like,
yeah,
I mean,
liked it.
Rad Man and Madman.
Yeah,
That was pretty bad.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
but at least it wasn't Madman and Madman.
Shall we-
That's true.
Give
Although Bartholomew and Kill All of You was
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah, right.
Once
Shall we,
again, murdering Homer.
Give it a new ranking system of Dasher, Dancer, Donna, Vixen.
Well, I mean, how are we ranking the reindeers?
Well,
mean,
that's obvious.
Comet's obviously
I
the
give it a
best.
Cupid out of.
I'm a fan of Vixen.
You would be filth.
Oh dear. They're the deer ones are the horniest of the furries.
It's foxes.
Ah, you're fucking fired.
Those are Lucarios.
They're antleriest. It's about their
Yeah.
antlers.
Yeah, they're made of hair, not horn.
Really? It's
What's
just
horn
like
made out of?
Huh?
Then what's horn made out of?
Hair.
Bunch of cats taped together.
Yeah, okay, Claire. I think I can agree with you on that one. That
Mhm.
yeah, you got to meet it on Christmas terms, and yeah, it was a nice flow to the words, but what?
No, I just like that. You got to meet it on Christmas terms.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also being that I kind of hate Christmas, and I'm over
Grinch.
it. And
Grinch. We got a Grinch here.
He's
Here's
wearing
my green. Ah!
so that's the other thing. My favorite colors are fucking green and red, but I can never wear them together. Like,
That's
people
why
is
you're
realistic.
bitter.
yeah.
Compared to, we've had complaints about like Simpsons songs where it's just too
Yeah.
slow, blah, blah. At least this was like
A nice
fairly
clip to
clipped. Yeah, it was like, it wasn't dragging, at least that.
Yeah,
is,
compared to
yeah.
the Simpsons songs that I don't like, it is way better.
All right, I'll go first.
Thank you.
I am going to go silver because I thought it was cute. I thought that it was like sweet that, Maggie and Lisa were, together and like waiting for Bart to come out, with like, oh, we're going to beat him down there. I thought that was adorable. I did like a Homer coming in, and even though he was threatening, he wasn't actually violent. That was
Yep.
really nice to see, so it was more just the threat of why you kids,
Yep.
rather than anything actually scary.
Yeah.
I'll kill
And I
you.
did like the parents being like super exhausted in the morning because they've probably been up all night trying to wrap the rest of the presents and hide, bring out stuff from hiding places and
Yeah.
things. I liked it.
Yeah. Yeah, the Homer kill you line only hits a little weird because of the previous sketch that we watched.
I'm going to go silver as well, actually. She's talked me up. I wasn't much like you. It's hard to get invested in Christmas cheer. But as I was listening to her, there's not anything here that I dislike, It didn't do any steps wrong.
Yeah.
And there were a couple of rhymes that I thought were kind of clever or cheeky. And yeah, I should be positive. I should be positive when it's doing okay.
Yeah.
You got to reward it for its good behavior.
Yeah, look, I'm going to agree with both Danny and Claire because I'm just that good at things. In the sense that, yeah, I also dislike things that are Christmas almost out of hand. But that said, what it's doing is totally fine and it's quite good. So I'm going to silver.
Yeah, and you work retail as
Oh,
well.
yeah.
You should hate Christmas more than
Oh, I
anybody.
do. I do. It knows what it did.
Jordan?
I'm going to give it a bronze. I was just going to say as well, I did like the animation at the start with like Bart creeping past the window where it's sort of like just his eyes and he gets into the light and his whole body and then he goes past again. It's just his eyes again, sort of like it blacked him out. I thought it was pretty cool. But I still only think, it's not like very funny, and Christmas episodes usually give people a pass to just like not have to try as hard, and this didn't seem like it was trying very hard. So yeah, bronze.
Yeah. No, y'all told me, especially Claire, mentioning the flow, I'm like, that's actually a very solid point in that, the rhymes all work and it doesn't feel cringy rhymey, especially like Simpsons, especially modern days when they're doing parodies of things. Like some of the rhymes are so cringe and so poorly
All the
thought
raps are
out.
on time and that rhymes connect. Other rappers can't stand them, but they give them respect.
Boom. Boom. That's not how it goes.
don't
It's
tell me how to
Christmas
throw it
time in Hollis, Queens. Mom's cooking chicken and collard greens, rice and stuffing, macaroni and cheese, and tacos and nachos.
And a chicken supreme.
And then Waluigi's there.
All right. Bronze. I don't know if I said it, but next one.
Wow, this raises so many questions,
Yeah.
right?
For real.
What an expose by an undercover Bart.
Sorry, just once again, I have to check. Yeah, cross-reference with the other files I have, because some of these, like, it feels like, because I don't know if you remember when we did the Ullman shorts the first time, that they all kind of had, like, this little 4-act, like...
Yeah, no, it's definitely switched to like full single segments.
Yeah, that has the vibe. It doesn't feel like it's broken up by ads anymore.
No, the last 5 or so have been one
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, I think we're pretty close to already moved into the technical third season of these, so yeah, maybe it makes
Episodic
sense.
format.
Yeah, raising a lot of questions. My first question, what the fuck is with Blue Lisa?
Well, yeah.
She's sad, Elliot.
Lusa.
And also the person that sort of looked like a giant bean for a head.
Yep.
Yeah, also a strange person. But yeah, definitely an alien. Or maybe it was like the one that was Jake's father is the blue alien. That's what was
Adventure
actually
Time.
there. Yeah,
The audience didn't watch that episode.
Yeah.
they should.
They should.
Okay.
But
She's under a drop light, probably.
Spoilers. Look, at first I was like, oh, this is before they decided to make Krusty his own character and when he was still Homer because, that would explain the nose coming off. But then that was shot through because you see Homer at home while this other character was there. And it has been established that Krusty has a red nose. Who is this? Like, Bart has a fucking point. Who is this imposter?
Oh, I got an idea.
yeah,
It's Leon Kompowski.
I was thinking that.
Yeah, it's the same voice as Leon
Leon
Kompowski.
Kompowski.
And that's what's seen him crazy. Is like he latches onto someone from TV and becomes them.
Yep.
That's who it is.
Okay. And
Alright,
so Bart was
answers.
right, and this was an imposter Krusty.
Mm.
Yeah.
Which makes sense because he is like, he's got to say like, I'm biggest fan, but like he probably is. Like he owns everything.
Yeah.
Krusty, he's got a Krusty Bear, he's got a Krusty toy. Like, yeah.
I do quite like that. Oh yeah, if you're really Krusty, what's his secret motto? He gets it right there. Well, I don't know how you figured out what his secret motto was, but
Yeah.
you're still an imposter.
Much like when Bart was asking Leon Kompowski, it's just like, what were your last few dates to the Grammys? It's just like, this is kind of public trivia.
Yeah,
Like,
a 10-year-old knows.
yeah.
And like, all right, the other thing was that this Krusty had a different voice.
Yeah,
Right? So everything points to them going and seeing an imposter. So where was the real Krusty? Probably doing blow off his airplane.
Yeah.
On the Enola Gay.
Yeah.
Yeah. On a roller gay. On a roller gay.
The
Sorry.
image of someone doing coke off a plane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where would
Like
they do
off
it?
the wing.
Off the
Off
wing.
the wing.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
I was going to say off the tail. Hey. Anyway, I was going to say, because I don't know if it's just the color grading, but yeah, his hair wasn't the right color live either. It was sort of like a blue and it wasn't quite right.
Yeah, like we're looking at probably the best transfers that currently exist of this, but yeah, I agree with your point.
Also, what kind of psychopath asks an infant with a pacifier in its mouth what its name is?
Yep. Yeah.
Like, you ain't going to get an answer out of that, even if it was a normal baby. Like, Maggie is the best option of getting an answer because she seems to understand most English.
Yeah.
But, yeah, what a freak.
Yeah.
I was going to say, like, if it weren't for the other freaks sitting behind them, I was going to say there was a person in front of them in line who had like a
Yes.
big, like, sharp hook for a jaw. It was very
The
strange.
third child in line.
Yeah.
Also, possibly the first instance of I'm Bart Simpson. Who the hell are you?
Yeah.
And also, I base my life on Krusty's teachings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just, I mean, they do live by a power plant, like a nuclear
Yeah,
power plant,
yeah.
so maybe there's some sort
Yeah.
of weird mutation going on in their city.
For real. BT, do you know where you're going with this one?
Man, these ones are just getting surreal and weird, and I don't know what to make of them anymore.
It's hard to rank it, isn't it?
Just what is the point of this? What is the crutch? What is the Krusty of it all?
Mm.
I'm gonna bronze because that's where my feelings are, and I trust those.
Danny.
Feelings say how you feel.
In terms of like Simpsons history, there's a lot going on that becomes important and relevant, and this is probably the first look at the sort of Homer-spiracy of the Krusty thing. So like, I think it's super important, but it wasn't a good episode, wasn't a good story.
Yeah.
Can I participate?
Yeah, of course. That's what I'm doing.
That's what I think. They only got 2 acts out of it. Like, there was no resolution to the
Yeah.
conflict.
That's
Yeah.
kind
Which is
of my
bad.
problem with this latest batch is that, like, I think for all the faults of the other ones, like, at least the 4-act structure was, like, kind of goalposts for the story to build.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like with this just single block, like,
What are we doing?
yeah, I don't know. It just feels like spinning wheels. Claire?
Look, I'm a fan of slice of life shows, so I don't need the resolution. I'm happy to just get the snippet. But I think the only reason I actually found this interesting was because of knowing the I can't say the history, like the future of the
Future
Krusty
history.
story. In and of itself, it didn't go anywhere. It didn't have any real jokes. I'm gonna bronze it just because, that's my gut. I did find it interesting, but probably for the wrong reasons.
And Jordan?
I'm going to give it a bronze because I wonder if it was like one of those videos, I don't know if you've ever seen, where it's like trying to teach you how easy it is to distract humans, and it's like count the number of passes between these people, and then like midway through when you watch it back there's like a gorilla that comes onto screen and you don't realize it because you've been too
You were
busy
focusing on something
counting
else.
on the passes, and it's like, yeah, let's see if we can slip in some real freaks into the back of this one, see if you
Freaks.
notice.
Freaks.
Yeah, so bronze, but not great.
All right, cool. Now we're going to watch a sketch called Bart the Hero. We'll be back. All right, Bart the hero,
Yeah.
he stops the notorious candy store bandit.
Man,
Yes.
a lot of questions on this one.
Yeah.
Specifically the candy store bandit. Does he only rob candy stores? How much money is there possibly in that racket?
How many
How is
candy
he
stores
not
are there in
caught?
Springfield?
Yeah.
Enough.
Yeah.
I guess.
I also want to say that there's several Homer clones just
Yeah.
walking around.
Oh, that
Very
cop is
weird.
a Homer
Yeah,
clone.
that
Yeah.
cop, yeah.
That bandit is a bit homery.
That bandit
That
was
bandit, a deep theory here is I think it was one of the monkeys that escaped from the zoo.
Ah.
like.
I see.
I was gonna say it's a cross between Wiggum and Homer. Because they had like the
Whoa.
Wiggum like little pig nose.
Oh, yep.
I like he had the classic bandit eye mask.
Not enough bandits wear that
Yeah.
anymore.
Homecoming.
Yeah, with just the eyes cut out. Yeah.
Yep, classic. If you're a bandit out there, just wear one of those. Come on.
Homer and Lisa jumping for joy looked fucked as well.
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
Oh, but Bart also gets $10,000 worth of candy bars.
Yeah.
So he's
Clean
got
out
them
that
for
They
whole
life.
don't
store.
last as long as you think.
But
No,
see,
That's
this
$10,000 in 80s money as well.
Yeah.
That's a
this is the same issue as like $1 could buy you many peanuts. Like
Mhm.
yeah.
like because Homer can't understand the use of money, he hasn't explained it clearly to his child, who thinks that $10,000 can't actually just can't buy his own candy bars with that. But to be fair, his family probably would just take all his money and wouldn't feed him any peanuts.
True.
And now canonically Bart has a stash of $10,000 worth of candy.
Yeah.
Yeah, doesn't need to dip into the cookie jar anymore.
Well, I guess
Surely
here's-
Homer goes through a lot of candy as well. This is still going to save him thousands of
But
dollars.
there's the thing, like, even if he has $10,000 worth, they expire.
Do they? Does chocolate expire?
It
Yeah,
takes a
man.
while. Like you'd
Yeah.
at least get 5 years
It's
before
been
the best.
35 years, Elliot.
It gets that white crusty stuff on it. Not the Krusty the Clown stuff. That you pay extra.
Yeah, but white crusty stuff, that's between best before and used by. That's still a good time.
Used by Krusty.
Hey.
I don't know what to rank this.
These are wild.
Participant? Yeah, again, just reiterating my point, I don't really like this big block structure and
Yeah.
the ending joke wasn't that funny of Homer going, no, it's just
What was the name of the animation studio that they used again?
Klasky Supo.
Is that then Mr. Mr.
It's a
Chupo?
Chupo.
Is that then a reference to that?
Maybe.
Could be.
Like, is it
Could be.
CSUPO or
Or is-
something?
I thought it was
Oh,
like
I
Chupa
missed that.
Chups.
Oh.
Chupo Chup.
Chupo Chups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just feel like Mr. Chupo or whatever was like, it was like a
Choops, as his friend would call him, yeah.
I feel like that was a shout out, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Choopy. Giving Choopy a little shout out.
I do enjoy how long it took Bart to notice the robbery.
Yeah.
It's like, wait a second, you're not
Well,
Mr.
What did he
Chupo.
do to even stop it? Like,
He punched him as he came out the door.
I thought they just ran
I
into
think
each other.
I think he just bumped into it.
This was also a really Hanna-Barbera one again, where he was
Montana.
going. Damn it! I'll get it right one day. There was a long shot of him running. That was just him from the waist up. That was
Yep.
really strange.
Leaps
Hung
the
on it for-
fence.
Yeah, leaps the fence. Leaps the fence.
Oh, yeah.
I was waiting for like a zoom out joke on that never happened
Yeah,
as well.
yeah. They weren't showing his legs. It was clearly going to be a zoom out joke, right?
It did
That
start very weird with Homer and Lisa are like, go outside, Bart. Yeah, go outside.
Yeah.
Get some exercise.
Touch some grass, you fucking nerd. Yeah.
Weird.
But
Weird.
yeah, the way that Lisa was like snarling
Yeah.
at him from around the door was very bizarre. But also, yeah, and he was doing that run where your legs do the splits and they're
Yep.
horizontal
Yep.
to the ground.
Oh, I run.
Yeah,
Who's got a ranking? I went participant.
participant.
Yep, cool. All right, who else? Claire?
Yeah, participant.
Danny? Beach?
Silver.
Really?
I don't know. I'm searching my feelings. That's what they say.
Oh.
So, yeah, again, I don't care how wrong
Search
everyone
harder.
else is.
Look harder, Bart.
Look, I feel like you could flesh this out into an actual episode. There's a structure here, and
Yeah, but
Yeah, I don't
did
know,
they?
but what exists? Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, participant. This was a nothing episode to me.
All right. And we'll take a break and watch another one. We'll be back.
We'll take a watch and break another one.
Ooh. Yeah.
Little cheesy piece of garbage.
Yeah, and we are back, and we just watched Bart's Little Fantasy. What do we think of his Little Fantasy?
It was garbage.
There was no way either of those kids play with any of those toys. Is that Maggie's room?
It's not the windowless playroom, or it is, and they added a window.
It looked like it was downstairs though.
Oh,
Yeah, I thought it might have been the lounge room, the TV room.
Yeah,
right. I think
Except
the
there was
spotty
just a
box has
couch and a
thrown me.
box, yeah.
Yep. The couch and box room.
Of course.
Where
I'm
am I?
just they didn't have the cojones to just like keeps cycling around, and then
Right.
you know, if I were to be
they
like, there's a
chickened
story where
Yep.
parents, the children, and then just keep doing that like 4 or 5 times in a row until it's funny.
Again, harping on about this, the structure again,
Yeah.
I think if they did do that 4-act thing, there would have been room for this. But, like, yeah, I'm really disappointed. Like, I was so excited to see little Homer and Marge, and it didn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
And even just the phrasing of it. So I know of a planet where there's the children of the parents of the children. Sure, you mean the children are in charge. Because the children of the parents, then they become the children, but then they become the parents.
Whoa,
but then
slow
they
down. You're going to pop something.
See, that would have been good for Lisa to chime in with
Hmm.
and start poking holes in his story and then make him do some work. But look, I just feel like they've been given a lot less time to write
Yeah.
anything, and they're relying on these repetitive scripts and formats to just like quickly churn out some garbage.
Wow, what a good metaphor for later season Simpsons.
Oh my God, they've come back around full circle.
Wow. So look, this was disappointing. Again, I like the camera angles. I like the hand-drawn look of it all. I like the sound effect of the dream stinger.
Yeah, that's it. It's weird. The animation's improving, but the scripts are tanking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost in
Yeah.
a direct correlation to one another.
I did like the big
I drew a graph.
hands
drew a lot of
like
graphs.
coming in,
Yeah.
like grabbing
Yeah.
you, Bart, out of the.
Yeah, that's the punchline. Well, you go out in your motherfucking line, you little lazy cunt.
Yeah, I do remember him saying exactly that, listeners.
Exactly.
That is word for word the best Homer impression I've ever.
Is Homer in this
seen.
room with us?
Wow.
Do.
It took a second. It took a second for all of us.
BT, what you got?
Well,
Claire.
I'm going to go with participant because I almost don't blame the writers for this. Like, they're not given enough time to do anything. Like, what can you do? They're just phoning it in. So I'm going to say participant because, fuck, they got
tried.
it on air, I guess, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's just nothing. It's just nothing.
Yeah. Jordan?
Yeah, participant. Like I really didn't like that they get locked in this room with sort of like their jailers pictures either side of the door, like watching over them, sort of like a weird thing. But yeah, no, it was not good. So participant.
Shag.
He gets locked in a room and has to churn out a story to get out of doing any work. And so obviously the story is boring and goes nowhere. It's about the writers.
Oh.
They've been locked in a room and they don't want to clean up their toys.
Yeah. Yeah. I
I
mean,
mean, in reality, that's like a 30-second job, but they just don't want to do it out of principle.
right? Like,
Mhm.
that puts this thing in a whole new light. It's still garbage, but I kind of like it as a little earnest, self-reflective look. I'm sure that wasn't on purpose, though. So, participant.
All right, and I'm failing as well. Could have easily been one of those participants where participation is like worse than failure because it just smacks of no effort. But yeah. Anyway, now the Simpsons are going to the movies. We'll be back.
Ooh.
That's the last time I take you kids to the movies.
100%.
The fact that it cut there really makes you go like, how long was he screaming for?
Some say he is still screaming, Jordan. Still screaming.
Like, they're really putting the short back into shorts.
Yeah. Yeah. These are
And you can eat
little
these.
nothings. It's like watching a pitch room, you know? Like,
Yeah. Yeah, these would be the bases for where you'd build up a story in a better Simpsons episode where, yeah, Bart was now having nightmares and Lisa and Maggie now have an in-joke that Bart's an alien.
there's barely a beat here.
Well, and I mean, I don't know. It just felt so obvious that's where it was going, that Bart was going to be the scared
Yeah.
one here. And I don't know, like...
Everything else I quite liked. Like, there was a little bit of heart where he's like, if you get scared, you can hold my hand.
Yeah, that was
You know.
nice.
And he was holding Maggie's hand. Like, you know, Lisa was obviously way too excited to pay attention to her little sister. And, like, Bart's looking out for her, which I've sort of seen a
Bart's
bit of
in the middle because he wants to sit next to both of them. They both want to sit next to Bart, the cool one.
Yeah.
Like,
And like, you know, even the advice that he gives that of just go with your fear. It'll
Yeah.
be fine.
yeah,
It's okay.
that's not bad advice.
It's great advice.
It's
What are you talking
okay to
about?
be afraid.
No, it's great advice for going to see a scary movie. I mean, the whole
Yeah.
point is to be scared, like going on
Just
a
go
scary
with it.
ride. Just go with it. You'll be fine.
Mhm.
I mean, it was also a scary movie that allowed 3 children to buy children's tickets. So
Yeah,
clearly
exactly.
it was like
Well,
a children's
That-
movie.
they
Yeah.
skipped over a big scene there, didn't they?
Well, unlike, you know, Space Mutants, which looks more like a B-grade horror movie in The Simpsons actual, this one looks more like, you know, a black and white 50s. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
can
I got
show-
like Plan 9 vibes
Yeah,
from it,
yeah.
yeah.
There was a bit of a MST3K nod there. You know, the shot of them with the back of the heads while,
Oh,
while
yeah.
the shitty black and white movie is loading.
Yeah. Yeah, you can bring up a good point about, like, it starts out pretty promising. Like, I even like Lisa sort of gushing about the happy little elves. And,
and Gloomy, the self-hating elf.
Yeah. So I think I'm going to give it a bronze, but yeah, it could have been so much better. But yeah, just that ending's
Yeah,
fucked.
It was positive, but it was just rushed. Like,
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
if they spent time on it, if this was more than a 15-second, but maybe that's all they need. You know, I don't.
Well, it's clearly not all they need. Like that's the
no,
main
the
problem with
context. I mean, this goes in the middle of their actual show, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Because, yeah, the Tracy Ullman was essentially a sketch show where the old Simpsons shorts were acting as act bumpers. Yeah, this has more of the feel that this is just part of the variety show now.
Yeah,
But
it's like a title card.
It seems strange almost that like it's gone backwards. I would expect this sort of length to be given to like the really early ones, and when they started to become popular and people were like investing a little bit more money into like obviously
100%.
the character models and things, you'd expect them to give them the 2 beats before and after the credits.
Yeah.
It's almost like they've gone backwards in that regard, and it feels harsh to judge them on the same
criteria.
Yeah, exactly. When they clearly just do not have the time. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, that might be it because, yeah, these shorts are coming out, late 88, early 89. So by this point, they're probably starting production of Simpsons Season 1.
Oh.
So I think there just might be a
Their
bit of split
attention's
focus.
elsewhere.
Yeah.
Also, all their budget was spent on coke, no question.
Yeah, well, cola was expensive back then.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you need enough to fill up a plane win. Who else has got some rankings?
Bronze.
Yay.
Yeah, bronze. That's a positive value, but not a big one because it wasn't a big clip.
No.
Also bronze.
Okay.
Do it.
I'm gonna go silver because I really liked it. I even liked that it finished on the screen to some regard. I was kind of hoping for more of a, you get back home and Bart's the only one that's still afraid and stuff,
Yeah.
But like again, I almost feel like I can't blame them for not having enough time to finish. Everything else about this I liked. So silver, based on the fact that these are way too short to be judged correctly.
Of course, Russians call silver a failure.
We're not in Russia.
Here's an interesting title. Home Hypnotism.
Nice.
We'll be back. Thoughts?
It stinks.
Yeah, that was crap.
I'm getting dumber.
Yeah.
I feel myself getting stupider watching these things.
So gold then from you?
Fuck it. Why not?
First appearance of the Lizard Queen.
Yes. I've got to say, though, that little looped animation of them running bouncing off the walls, really good. Like 3D, the depth of him as he swung his foot around.
I agree. That was great.
That was gorgeous.
And even the quiet, just closing the door on the insane children.
Yeah. And it's such a true shot of just like kids running around in a room being idiots. That's the most kids I've ever seen them in the series.
Yeah.
But after that, it was just all downhill and super boring and
wasn't great. Conceptually, hypnotizing your children to being better, I don't know if that's a great lesson to send home.
Yeah, like, imagine the pitch for this. What if they hypnotize the kids?
What if we just fucking drug them? What if we give them surgery? What if we just tie them down? And was it Roosevelt who, scraped his sister's brains out?
Well, I mean, he didn't do it personally. And
he's got people for that.
Yeah.
I think it was the parents that ordered it, not him specifically.
Now that I'm president, you shall have your brains.
Should have just started with hypnotism.
That's a very tragic situation there.
That's just hypnotism is just surgery for the mind.
No, surgery for the mind is surgery for the
brain
mind.
surgery.
Yeah,
that's surgery for the brain. I didn't say brain.
Mind surgery.
Thank you.
And what is the mind?
It's like Inception. Inception is mind surgery.
Doesn't matter.
And
what is mind?
And it's not rocket science. I mean, I agree about the animation because I like the hypnotism animation of Lisa's little Disney eye for a moment there. But
Yep. The blink was
Which
really
is so
good.
weird.
I don't know. I'm hanging on to straws here.
That was so weird when they're like, "Oh no, they've become zombies." And it's like, how stupid are you? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, not that bright. Let's be real. Early Marge is not.
I'm pretty
not
sure
the
they
sharpest.
showed a shot of Marge noticing those kids opening an eye each and faking it. I was sure she could tell they were faking.
Well, maybe that was her way of
oh no, they're zombies.
Rebelling.
They're totally zombies, Homer.
Well, that's what I mean. She was rebelling against Homer. Oh no, you stupid! I didn't work. But then she does tell him to go get the watch at the end.
Go get the watch again, Homer. This time we're going to stuff it up their nose and use that to mulch their cerebral cortex
This is getting really dark over there in that corner of the room.
I honestly feel like I kind of got a lobotomy by that
Yeah,
one
man.
myself.
I don't think I'm far off. I clearly it's hyperbole.
Can we just vote and move on?
Yes.
Hyperb owl.
What do you got, Claire?
Failure.
Hey,
George?
Participant.
Danny?
Yeah, it is a failure.
BT?
Participant.
Elliot?
Gold.
Wow.
I don't remember saying that.
It's recorded, man. We
for
can
all
just
to
roll
see.
back and
Yeah.
listen.
Yeah, failure. All right, and let's move on to shoplifting. Ooh.
Ooh.
Recorded for all to see.
With your ears.
Oh, ear vision.
Wow.
Crime does not pay.
So first
Little
appearance
cautionary
of
tale.
first appearance of Lenny and Carl.
Wow.
It was like a
Wow.
Waylon Smithers, like,
Yeah.
It was like a random selector of attributes just glued onto one character model.
Yeah, yeah.
When
It
they
like had
do-
Homer's muzzle and just a bunch of other bits and pieces.
Wiggum's nose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bart's chocolate face looking like Homer's 5 o'clock shadow, but
Ooh.
no, there was nothing there.
Man, it's just another one which I felt like it was getting close to a
Yeah.
joke and something.
I like
but-
the idea that Bart eats all the chocolate, therefore they have no evidence.
Do you guys see
Yeah.
Homer as someone with a beard or as someone with like brown
Stubble.
skin?
Stubble.
he's stubble. Yeah.
Because he shaves it every now and then.
Yeah, yeah.
What's the, like, you're suggesting he's got that, like, skin changing. Does it?
Yeah, I
What
forget
is
what
it?
it's called.
Vitiligo?
No.
Pardon?
Oh,
Vitiligo?
Yeah. But yeah, his muzzle is the last place to
His muzzle.
succumb to it.
Also, when did the Simpsons own a Volkswagen Beetle?
Yeah, I was thinking that. Yeah,
Mm.
before their station wagon. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's like early Quickie Mart,
Yeah.
strange car. Kids look weird. Lisa always looks evil.
Marge is doing the Bart thing where the
mouth
mouth and the
moves.
top of the head
Yeah.
go in opposite
Mhm.
directions.
Yep,
That was
yep,
weird.
Yep. When she shakes her head.
Does that a lot as well.
Like, weirdly, I've gotten used to seeing Bart do it, but yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely like a graining trait now, isn't it? When
Yeah.
they shake their heads, the top and bottom doesn't line up even slightly. And
Yeah.
I like it, man. It does give it that sort of like shake when you're shaking your cheeks, flopping around sort of movement, you know?
You are a very floppy human being. Oh my
Listen to him
God.
flop.
listen to me
Keep
flop,
going, keep
guys.
going.
Hang on.
No, I can do that.
I'm revolted.
That's not flopping. That was like
Pretty floppy.
Yeah, but you were manually doing it.
Oh, assisted flopping.
yeah.
Mm.
It's not like Beethoven when he's running over the field, like with his jowls like all over the place.
Yeah, but when I play this back in slow motion,
It'll sound like Beethoven.
there you go.
Dun, 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 dun.
Sorry, can we just-
Yeah.
That's how that should have ended. Absolutely.
Sorry, Claire.
I was just gonna say, can we just unanimously agree that was pretty much a fail? Like I can't.
I'm giving it a participant.
Oh
Me too.
wow.
I've already forgotten it, so I can't hate it.
What do you reckon, Claire?
No, I do still think failure. I do still, because it not only didn't go anywhere, but then like the total lack of heart, the total lack of any kind of remorse, and they kick their child out on just like the side of the road. I mean, he is 10 years old, guys. Like, you still need to take him home.
Way back when you could kick your kid out of the side of the road without a helmet. And
Yeah.
Also, it's just weird that like where was the store? Like, where are they driving back from? That it's just this like lonely road with just a forest sort of beside it.
You know
like,
when Homer like abandons Wiggum and he goes, no.
Jordan?
Participant.
Danny?
Yeah, participant. I'm not upset with it. I'm just not impressed.
Disapparticipanted. Disappointed.
I am disinclined.
Like I said, I'm getting fucking dumber by the minute with these things. Thank fuck there's only 7 left.
Look, they're not helping.
All right, Echo Canyon. We'll be back. All right, and just before we move into the review of this one, I forgot to mention the last one. Bart's like, oh my God, I need this candy. He's
$10,000.
He's already blown through $10,000 of his candy. God damn it.
It's non-linear storytelling.
Echo Canyon, what do we think? Think.
Wasn't
I
very
like
good,
this one.
good.
No, I liked this better. I felt it was more beginning, middle, and end.
True.
I liked that the little stretching scene where they got out of the car and all stretched.
Yeah.
that was a
Relatable
nice
stuff. Yeah.
Human, very human.
and also a bit of a change what they normally do. I did feel that Marge, when she was like zoomed out, was very like on character, and
but
when she was zoomed
in
in
was very old.
Very old style, and I don't understand how they did both of those things in one episode.
Yep.
But no, overall, I think it was much more cohesive than the previous ones. It felt a little bit like they'd planned it out better.
Yeah, it's just the actual Echo Canyon itself. It's like, it feels like a boring premise. Like,
No, well, Lisa even yells, boring.
Yeah. Yeah, like we say with The Simpsons, just because you pointed out doesn't make you clever.
Yeah. That little girl said this was boring.
It doesn't.
How humorous.
It definitely doesn't feel like the Lisa that we know either.
No.
Did they just drive to a place called Echo Canyon and Marge realizes when they get there that there's an echo?
Yes.
Oh, look, this place has an echo.
It's not just a name.
Yes.
I reckon they're probably just like, oh, look at this natural attraction or whatever, and maybe it didn't have a name. But then again, I know that a lot of things in America, it's like, for billboards, like, see the amazing magnetic rock in 420 miles. And you're like, oh, maybe I'll stop.
Biggest ball of
419
twine
miles.
in Minnesota.
Oh, yes. Yes. That would have been a better spend of our time just now. This wasn't amazing, but I did like the way it looked.
Yeah, I like the little car screeching in, very kind of cartoony moment, but it works.
And it's closer to the Simpsons station wagon. They've ditched the Beetle, it seems,
There was that shot of them, of the feet getting out of the car.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a shot that you see in The Simpsons, ever. Like,
and like three of them reaching for the door handle from all different angles was really weird as well.
That's what I'm really taking away from these little things is that
I just felt it was weird that it, like, the magazines they were reading were unfinished. Like, they meant to, like, we'll draw the detail of it later. But they just left it as, like, white with a red title.
Bad magazine.
Bad
it was like
magazine.
Mad magazine.
Bad magazine, yeah.
Oh, bad magazine, yeah. That's what Bilbo reads. Bilbo Babbins.
Where are you going with this one, Claire?
Look, based on the other crap that we've been watching, it's a silver, but I feel like I should actually go with bronze because I did like it better than the other ones. It's really not that high quality, but at least it wasn't a completely repetitive animation and script. So props to them for trying this time.
Yeah, just
he
trying
didn't
to
say
work
it was
out
the
if
last time that I'm ever taking you to the Echo Canyon.
It's true.
Canyon.
Canyon.
Damn.
What are you going with it?
Bronze.
Fucking swerved.
Phew.
He got you.
Bronze begins with a B.
Yeah, I really can't. I don't have a lot of feeling on this one either, but I'm going to go with bronze and whatever.
Jords?
I'm also going to go bronze for the very stilted rock falling down.
Oh. I actually kind of liked that misdirector that didn't take out the car. That was all right.
That's kind of what I'm giving it the bronze for.
Yeah, all right. I'll go bronze too. And we are giving this one the bronze finger.
Bronze finger.
All right, bath time. Oh, we've seen this one before. All right, bath time has appeared before on the 138th episode Spectacular. What do we think?
Hardcore nudity.
Yeah, see a little bit of body butt. I think that's the first appearance of his little Tookus in this these series of shorts.
Yes, I do like the comedic timing of drops the towel then runs. That's good.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's nostalgia, but I've always quite liked this sketch.
Yeah.
It's small, it's simple, and wacky and fun.
And there's also that really great shot of, Bart hiding in the closet and looking out through the keyhole at, Homer, like the Terminator, just like...
Yeah.
Yeah, although I'm curious. It's his Sunday night bath, so he has one a week. That filthy child.
Yeah.
I'm not actually that surprised by that. Like, I mean, these are people who work a lot. They've got 3 kids. Bart would be an absolute nightmare to wrangle into the bath, as we've already seen.
Yeah.
So I feel like they just like hope for the best, hose him down occasionally.
Yeah.
He gets wet in the pool and stuff, and like, okay, good enough. But on Sunday night, you're gonna get clean for the next week.
There's something really like childlike that I like about this where, Bart's got so much resistance, like this is the worst thing that can happen, getting clean. But once he's in the bath, he's got the hot water on, he's having fun. And he somehow knows about Jacques Cousteau. Is that?
Hercule Poirot.
Ah.
No, it is Jacques Cousteau.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Art
Simpson. There's no way he knows who that is.
He's probably heard it somewhere, that kind of thing. But yeah, Homer, I think you and I both kind of laughed at Homer's "that's not so bad, is it?" pose, where he's like,
fucking fingers.
Yeah.
Both elbows are just weird little Zeds. And just, what are you doing?
That is the most inexplicable thing about this entire scene. Like, what are they animating there? Is he trying to stretch out his back from like carrying this child? I don't understand.
Yeah. It's just that's the not so bad
But,
as
yeah,
it stands.
Maybe you'll understand when you have children. I don't know. That's you're just like.
They just make your fingers go.
I was going to say as well, maybe we can raise some money to install some drains in American bathrooms because they just don't seem to have a drain in the middle of the floor to handle such. Yeah.
Although, like, drainage in the rest of the house was great.
Look, America just needs socialized drain care. It's that simple.
Yeah, drains across America. Come on.
So I like this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so do I. It's cute, it's fun, it's wacky. I'm giving it a gold.
Seconded and passed.
I also shall gold.
Gold for me too, please.
Yeah, George?
Make it a 5th.
Hey!
Finger.
Finger.
Wider than a
The
mile.
golden eye. Dum,
No,
dum,
just a
dum,
finger.
dum.
No eye. In
Dum,
finger.
dum, dum, dum.
There is an iron finger.
Oh, yeah, that's the other thing I was going to point out. It's interesting that the, sketches that they did pick for the 138, most of the, because I think there were 4 all total, and the first 3 were, all in that early batch.
Yeah.
And it's interesting that, I think maybe they felt the same about the quality of these ones, in which ones to put in, because, that's the other thing with this one. The character models are basically
Done.
on point.
They're on point, yeah.
Yeah. So I think this one was a good one for them to put in that for the evolution of the comedy and the animation style. But
Now, guys,
it's interesting
are there any of these that we're proud of?
but that they decided to do sort of shortened versions of earlier ones than do any of these that would probably be fitting in better time-wise, I think is really telling. Yes, I agree with me.
Indeed.
All right, Bart's Nightmare. Isn't this a video game?
Yes. What is reality?
That slap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How can she slap? How can she slap?
How'd I get burned? So, yeah.
I feel like
Elliot
they
seems
were.
to
I'm
have
out.
broken.
I feel like they were all in on it. Like they were
Of
just trying to
course.
fuck with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the throwback to the earlier
Mhm.
cookie-related episodes, you
Yeah.
know, having the heads saying the lines out of it.
Yeah.
And I do like accusatory Maggie in Bart's dreams.
Oh, yeah.
She seems to turn up a lot. He's concerned. He does not want
She
to
knows a
disappoint
lot.
her.
And he's worried.
Yeah,
about
they'll
it.
improve on that joke with the Thanksgiving one where she's like, "It's your fault I can't talk."
Yeah.
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 I enjoyed, the surrealist animation of this one, like
I
you
always
say.
like.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Nightmare Tube, which is the purple and black spiral, is what they use in Bart's Nightmare, the video game. That's something. And Homer's helping in this one. He's doing dishes in an apron.
Oh,
So,
he's too.
credit to where it's due. We'll give him shit when he threatens to bop one Marge one. But when he's actually helping,
Yeah.
developing the character.
What do you think, George?
I didn't love it because I know they've done it before with Bart having this like big bloated stomach and stuff. But it looks really. It made me feel really uncomfortable, watching him with his crumbs all over his mouth, and I don't know.
No, to me, I think this
weird-
is a weird opposite of a lot of the ones before, where I think they brought it back at the end with a good joke, because whenever you're gonna do a dream or a nightmare thing, it's surrealist nonsense. What you do with it and how you end it, and I don't mind the joke turnaround of Homer clearly trolling him and just going,
have a cookie.
But the thing is, they didn't know that he was having any sort of regret, or what would be cool if that was also part of the nightmare, and he's stuffing cookies down him, and you can't breathe
have
anymore.
all the cookies in the world.
Well, the son was clearly sick and having a bit of a cookie coma, as we all have at one point in our lives.
Diabetic coma.
Yeah, I was about to say, as a diabetic, cookie coma could be very real for me.
Yeah.
That's why we've put that lock on the cookie jar, Beej. It's for your own good.
Yes, that breakable jar.
Who took the cookies from the cookie jar? BT? BT.
Poke.
BT. I kind of like this one. I almost want to give it a gold just because it's been so good, better in comparison to the other ones. But I'm going to go a silver on this one.
I'm actually going a bronze.
Yeah?
Yeah. It was a bit of a nothing for me for some reason. I do usually like dream sequences. They let the art and backgrounds get a bit more interesting and camera angles and stuff. But I don't know. It just felt like a nothing. I'm not sure why it didn't land. But hey, bronze is positive. That is still
It
a
is.
positive rating.
BT.
I'm going to go bronze as well. It's just where I feel this belongs.
Claire.
Silver. I liked it.
Hey, Jordan.
Yeah, I think silver too. It was fine.
Hey. All right. But of the jungle, what did y'all think?
This was a bit more classic, early season. I'm reminded a lot of My Pagan Soul Yearns to Be Free.
Oh my god, that one was excellent though.
Yeah. Whereas I do like the cartoony cycle running where they're just going from left to right constantly around and around the house. That got me. And then, of course, Homer's shut up!
Shut up!
Yeah, because he was really busy trying to read his completely blank newspaper. They're very ingenious, like the setting up the vines and the trap and everything else, like real clever.
Yeah, I wanted more of that stuff and less of them going unga bunga for a
There was
minute.
a lot of unga bunga.
Yeah, that was the only problem with me. I was just like, racism about tribal people. But if they just sort of kept it to them setting up traps and like swinging around and stuff, I would have liked this little short a lot more. Other than that, I feel like they're getting a lot tighter with their storytelling again. Like they went through a huge dip, but this is starting to become actual little stories again.
With 3 sketches left.
Like Bart's head really got twisted completely in one part here. It was like really opposite face, the sides of the head. It was disgusting. But also, interestingly, when he says, like, the shot of Homer sort of swinging towards the camera, he's like, get me down from here, Bart. Like, Bart is the one that has, he is responsible for everything, even though
he's the eldest.
Probably Lisa that set up some of this stuff, definitely.
Sure.
Lisa is definitely far more complicit in Bart's shenanigans in these early shorts. But I kind of like Naughty Lisa. Like, I like the kids playing together more as equals, whereas they definitely pit the children against each other, especially as the show goes on later on. So
the
it's
bit
nice
at the beginning where Bart's chasing Lisa around, you think he's going to get in trouble for it, but it's them both getting in trouble because this was the game, chasing her around. So, and the fact that, jungle supplies, and then they've created like swinging branches for all the out of Homer's ties and traps. It's like
even Bart's little, come on, men, like they're playing together. Like, it's nice.
No, absolutely. God, I have no idea where I'm ranking it, so I'm going to throw to Danny first.
I'm going to give this one a silver. Like,
Yeah.
felt whimsical and they had fun with it. Wasn't amazing, but, I feel like they're doing stuff again. They're trying something.
Yeah.
Jordan?
I'm glad that they included a little bit of sound of Homer still struggling and yelling, because I was like, the shot that they framed it was like, is he dead? No, he's not dead. He is hanging by a foot, not his neck. That's good. And what the fuck Marge is doing, and whether she's just like happy to have a bit of peace and quiet.
Yeah.
I think I pushed it down a little bit to silver.
The kids are quietly watching TV. The Mr. Shouty man is indisposed, so I'm giving it a bronze. Like, the middle section just really drags this one down for me. Claire?
Yeah, I'm still debating about how much it drags it down.
Okay,
bronze. Let's go with bronze.
And BT?
I start on a bronze, but I'm going to agree with Danny that I like the kind of whimsy and the fun they're having on this one, so I'm going to bump that up to a silver.
All right. Now, what's next? Oh, no, there's 4 left. Now there's 4 left.
Okay, I don't know about anyone else, but this episode just made me really sad.
Yeah.
A family of psychotics.
Strong dysfunction.
Yeah.
That was a bad therapist as well.
Yeah.
Terrible. Yeah. Considering the therapist is, Homer's long-lost brother.
Wow.
He really did look like
What really got for me was when they're all talking over each other and you can hear Lisa say, I wish I was an orphan.
Yep.
Like,
Yes.
wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, conceptually, the whole, they're fighting and then they have a common enemy. I mean, sure, but I agree with the sentiment. This just made me sad.
Yeah, because it was just too dark. And like, all right, two things. Marge knits to forget.
Yeah.
Right? And the line that's like, oh, you're going to bully me like you bully your kids. Like that made it just too real. I'm like,
You
especially when you're just seeing, the kids go, I'm standing up for Homer right now. Shut up. Is this Homer's catchphrase back then?
Yeah.
Like, fuck.
Shut up or you're walking home. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Comedy.
It was very Homer to be like, I thought you were talking about frosty chocolate milk crisps. Well, I lied.
I
Like,
lied.
Yeah, that I liked.
Yeah, I
It's-
popped for that.
It started out okay because I thought it was going to be like Dr. Marvin Monroe sort of situation, which I remember being less depressing. Like, there's just a little bit too much reality in this TV.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
they electrocute a baby in that episode,
Yeah.
but let's not linger on that too much.
I mean, the other thing is like, I really thought that, Lisa might like just step on his toe. He full on kicks him right in the shin.
Oh yeah.
And
Then
like
cuts his
gets
tie.
its scissors from somewhere and cuts his tie in half. Like, why? Like, what have you? Anyway,
yeah.
But
Lisa is a little psychopath.
how minty is Bart's breath? I mean, he ate a lot of mints.
Didn't keep him down though.
I picture them as like cool mints,
Yeah.
I could go
Yeah.
through a packet of those and then I also feel very sick, but yeah.
And minty.
I really thought the animation of the sludge coming out of his mouth and into the bowl
Yeah.
looked really good
Yep.
and really realistic. Really realistic.
Yeah, I agree. So, yeah, for that and the initial Homer, well, I lied. I'm bumping it up to a participant, but it was fucking close to a failure. Anyone else want to jump in with a rank?
I was also going to go with a participant because there was a lot of potential here, but again, just some of the lines just weren't funny. They were just sad.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Participant.
Did you say a rank?
Oh, no, I haven't really decided on one yet.
Well, Danny, what's your rank? Decide now.
I was just going to say participant, but fine.
Okay, well, you don't have to decide yet.
You don't tell me what to do.
Okay.
You don't give me options. I give me options.
Can you tell
I'm
Danny?
gonna give it a bronze.
Really?
Wow.
I was nearly on a bronze myself.
See, yeah, I don't like it.
Wow.
But they're making a point about the family dynamic and how their arguing isn't actual. They're trying to make a point.
I think we're at
Where
lost
most
me.
of
They're
these
trying to
episodes don't make a
normalize, domestic
Yeah.
abuse.
No, I think where it lost me on that is I like the idea that the therapist becomes their common enemy, but the fact they were still in fighting in amongst that common is what kind of lost me on that. Yes.
I don't think it was good.
Why
But
was
it's nice to see
Lisa-
them try something.
And
Why was
Lisa's just
Lee-
a savage.
Why was Lisa just? Oh, that's why she had the scissors. Why was she making like paper doll things?
She's learning from Mom. Do crafts to fucking
Right. Okay.
push the
and,
feelings down.
and where did Bart
Yeah.
get the gun from?
He brought
That
it
was
with him.
Christmas last year.
Yeah, but,
last
like-
episode.
He wasn't with him when they were walking to the door.
Pulled it out of his pocket.
Hammer
yeah,
space.
that's it. Since then, he modified it to shoot plungers instead of ping pong
Oh,
balls.
like an Assassin's Creed thing. He like popped it out of his sleeve, sort of
Yeah.
thing.
Yep, indeed. And yeah, replaced it with plungers like in Quackshot. We're talking about
Quackshot.
video game references. All right, we're going to go watch Maggie in Peril, Chapter 1. Oh my God, a two-parter.
Ooh,
Let's do this.
Can't wait for the cliffhanger.
so much peril.
If she's hanging off a cliff and that's the peril, that'll be amazing
It'll be
coincidence.
peril.
Perfect cliffhanger.
Should we watch part 2 as well, or?
Oh,
no,
no,
that's a
we'll
separate
just-
episode.
yeah. We'll treat it as its own thing, yeah. All right, part 1. It was kind of a cliffhanger, waterfall hanger. Is that a thing?
Well,
A waterfall?
cliff faller.
Yeah.
This was like one of the easiest one to record. There is one line of dialogue.
Yeah.
Bart, Lisa, look after Maggie.
I don't know. There was like continuous.
Yeah, you've got all Maggie's lines. Yeah.
Yeah, just get one and then recycle it.
Yep.
I really liked it. I
Same.
thought it was very cute. I mean, it was very simple, but it doesn't always have to be super complicated. And like, even though you could clearly see absolutely everything that was going to happen, as soon as like you cut to the new scene, you knew that ball was going down that tunnel. You knew that ball was going to like, there was going to be a waterfall. You knew she was going to fall off the waterfall. You knew she was going to hang from the branch. Like every single hit was so cliched and obvious, but it was still cute. Like I still really enjoyed watching this.
Yeah, honestly, as we're circling the end of this just made me think, oh, I wish we did have like, I don't know, every 7 or 10 episodes of Maggie, like Baby's Day Out sort of things, because I kind of like the creativity that that you can do with, a baby, just blitzing through absolute peril and stuff like this. And I really appreciated the transitions of like, the skateboard becoming a surfboard. I thought it was very eloquent in
And
a
just
lot of ways.
taking everything in a crib and just assembling it immediately into a ladder was pretty good.
Yeah, of course, they'd build on this more elaborately with the Great Escape thing from Streetcar Named Marge, but yeah.
Yeah, and I also like her hanging from her pacifier when she's on the branch so she can catch the ball in her free
Or
hand.
the dexterity to even just like loop herself around the branch with it.
The pure jaw strength to hold on
Your
via
whole
pacifier.
body weight via pacifier.
Yeah, plus the weight of the skateboard. and, catch the ball at the same time. Well done, her.
Yeah.
Into the mic, sweetie.
Daniel didn't like it.
You're going to sit there and tell me you don't like Baby's Day Out.
Look, it was fine. It was fine. I don't know why it felt weird. You know what? I think it's just something about the middle part on the skateboard really felt like I was playing a SNES Simpsons game.
I had
the
that
SNES,
thought.
yeah, with it looked exactly the same animation where you'd get the skateboard and you'd be controlling that.
I had a feeling because, especially on our Patreon show, we went through a bunch of the Simpsons video games recently and talked about them, and so much of those early Game Boy, SNES, NES, MS-DOS ones were all Bart focused. And
how much cooler would a Maggie game have been?
That's what I'm thinking. I feel like, because a few of those at least would have been in development around this time, that, a Maggie's Day Out would be, sick game.
An Incredible Machine-style game where you escape from the crib.
You have to keep Maggie safe through your various machines.
Oh, okay.
I think I know that Dan was just very scared and upset for Maggie and hoping that she's okay.
I did gasp audibly as she fell off the thing. I was when he kicked it, I went, oh, how could he do that? So I was reacting. I was
emotionally invested.
I was touched by this one. Maybe it's just me processing. I need time to kind of deal with my
part
emotions.
We need to know she's going to be okay.
Yes.
Because they're like, look, guys, this is coming to an end. We might have to end on a big shock. Let's kill the baby.
Part 2, Maggie's funeral.
That's why you never see her in the main series.
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
Who is this Maggie character we keep seeing in these shorts?
Margaret?
I was going to say really quickly, I like the rapidly increasing the sucks as she's falling down as well. It was really yeah.
BT, where are you falling with this one?
It really depends on how it ends. That's the thing.
Well,
It ends with her
anytime
falling.
we've done these two-parters, it's
always
been
based on the one.
how excited am I for the finale? How well is this one set us up?
I'm going to silver. I appreciate that almost all of this is done in silence. It's well put together.
Claire?
So, stick the landing.
You know what? I'm going to go for gold. Why not? There's so few of them in these shorts, so have one.
No, I totally agree. Yeah, gold, absolutely. It might have been a cubic, but it's the thing. I'm excited for what comes, but I don't know what the landing is. It's hard to judge on that. Jordan?
I'm going to say gold as well. I thought it was fun. It was a clever use of animation and exciting.
But Daniel?
Well, I know this is 1989, and I know this episode's called Chapter 1, and it says to be continued when she hits that ending. But just in the way that Empire is my favorite Star Wars episode, I really like that this bleak ends with Baby falling off cliff.
Yeah.
There's no reason for me to expect that the next episode will be a part 2. They might do a to be continued and then just drop it and move on.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think this is probably the only Simpsons episode I've ever seen with such a dark ending.
Sure. Does it ever get darker? No.
I mean,
What?
are you forgetting anything past season 10? There's a lot of bleak endings in there.
Are there?
Where a baby falls off a cliff and you never find out?
I mean, even in season 5, the whole fucking Homer's secret of a successful marriage complete and under dependence is,
Homer does try to commit suicide in season 1.
And in season 11.
And successfully in season 19.
I'm giving this one a gold.
Oh, wow. I thought you were down on it, but here you are. Up in the gold team.
Yeah.
Was that a gold finger? No, BT.
Come on.
Kept it a dull.
Let there be no part 2. Let there be no part 2.
And you gotta think, people would have had to have waited a week, right?
Suspense.
To find out the good old days.
About it at
Do you
the water
remember
cooler.
at primary school talking about who shot Mr. Burns?
Did Maggie die? Yeah. Well, that was a disappointing conclusion.
Nothing episode.
Yeah. Look,
More than half of it was the wrap-up of what happened previously.
I kind of wanted it to do that, of just recap the entire episode again and then just finish with, and she was fine.
Like how the second episode of the Clerks animated series was a flashback episode.
Like that, only not.
Well, sort of. I don't know.
Is what they did, Beach. They did sort of do that.
Almost.
Yeah.
I can do appreciate that it was still from Bart's perspective of, we were just hanging out and reading, and I don't know what the big deal is, and it's showing all the peril that Maggie went through.
Yeah. So that's
but
a
then it didn't
disappointing
leave
thing.
time for anything.
No, and that's a disappointing thing to me when we were talking about, the transitions and how things happened. Like, it's like, oh, okay, she's fine at the waterfall. What happens next? Oh, goes through a carnival. Cool. What happens here? Oh, she just gets balloons and home now.
So, they're looking for a replacement for Tony Hawk in the Pro Skater series.
Yeah.
Maggie.
I think that's the problem. Like, there's nothing particularly wrong with it. Her
It's
somehow
boring.
surviving.
That's wrong with it.
It had nothing.
Her surviving the waterfall drop. That was a bit lazy, I think.
I was lazy as well. I wanted more out of that.
She could have, fallen onto a bird and flown to safety or something. But, going through the carnival, they could have done a lot more interesting shots, but they went the really lazy route. You didn't even see her collecting the balloons. She just has balloons. And then she's flying while somehow, again, with her powerful little baby thighs gripping the skateboard. That's what I mean, where it's like there was potential there. There was nothing wrong with what they decided to do in the sense of go through a carnival, fly home. That's fine. But you got to actually show us her doing that.
Yeah, exactly. And that, in the carnival, they mostly blocked her off with trees is just so fundamentally lazy.
The fact that she kept her ball and then she goes through a carnival where there's a big prominent sign that says ball toss and then didn't have her, winning a prize with it or something, feels really stupid. I also just want to say, waterfalls, it's sort of like quicksand, in that I thought there would be more of them when I would grow up and be in peril.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, fuck. I feel like I was so up on part 1 that, part 2 was such a disappointment. How
how's
far
that gold feeling now, huh?
A little better, I must say. But, it doesn't retroactively change that. It's why I'm glad, we didn't review them both.
Part 1 was still
it's
what
more
it was.
old gold dark chocolate now.
Yeah.
It's delicious.
Yeah, BT is the one who didn't gold. What do you reckon
I'm
about
gonna
this one?
bronze because I did like, Bart recapping, but specifically from his perspective. I like that joke. The rest of it was just kind of bland, but it was fine.
Claire?
I'm going to go down to participant. I think they really phoned it in with the ending.
Yeah. Danny?
Participant is exactly it. When Beach said this was but fine, that's what participant means to me. This was a nothing of an episode. I kind of wanted when she was flying on the balloons for her to be doing like a sailfish or Benihana or something.
Yeah.
But this is forgettable. This is a forgettable nothing. Nothing.
Me, participant. Jordan?
Yeah, I think probably participant as well, because I especially don't like when all the family's staring at her and she goes, phew, I could have been in trouble, when it was definitely Bart and Lisa that would have been in major trouble.
Yeah.
They all stare at her as though something just happened, and it didn't.
It's
to them, she hasn't moved.
It's also weird that they left a 10-year-old in charge of an 8-year-old and a baby. They usually get a babysitter for Bart. That's a whole argument that they have multiple times in the series.
Look,
Yeah,
things
but it was
used to be
probably
safer before TV warped children's brains.
Also, I think they were only going out for 15 minutes or something
How
like that.
long does it take to get Weed Killer? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is, Bart does notice, because the skateboard just lands at his feet, and he's like, okay, something happened. So was Maggie doing something? So I think that's why they were staring at her.
Yeah.
But still.
Yeah, Bart needed some comeuppance there for, kicking the ball so far. And, and even something as simple as, because Maggie just went through water and dirt and shit if she was dirty. And, I'm like, hey, how did the baby get so dirty?
Just have the skateboard land on Bart's head.
Yeah, absolutely.
Something wreck his comic.
Yeah. His blank comic.
It's titled Comic.
With one red square in it, yeah. All right, we're hitting the finale. This one's called TV Simpsons, the last short. Let's do
How
this.
meta.
Désolé, Homer!
En français.
Still nothing, Papa.
Barty, yes, Papa. Anyway,
Eating sugar.
telling lies.
Stop.
Open your mouth. I like this version of Homer a lot better than everything we've seen tonight.
Yeah, this did feel really finalized and fleshed out in terms of characters
Captain
and
Wacky.
stuff.
Yeah. But they're just fly a kite. Yeah.
Watching bowling. Has the same TV remote, so points for consistency.
The old two
Two
button.
light switches.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, they are fully light switch like as
Yeah,
well,
they
aren't
are.
they?
Look, that's all you needed. Turn TV on, change channel.
Mm-hmm.
What else do you need?
Volume.
No.
HDMI input.
Nerd.
Source.
Angle.
Yeah. He's
So
not very
spoiled.
good at getting kites off things,
No.
but that felt very in Homer character.
I did like how he kept flailing as he fell. I thought that was a good little
Yeah.
visual gag.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Although let's appreciate the not fun visuals of their laughter heads,
Yeah.
which become these stretched out abominations.
Lisa had like big horse teeth. It was really bizarre.
You know, in like Beetlejuice when they're learning to scare and they pull those horrific faces. It's like that.
Yeah.
This is just a sort of another like charming, not necessarily great one in my eyes. Fuck, it's still amazing to me that off the back of this second run of Ullman shorts that this got picked up for a series.
Yeah,
This
they were
one
like, this is breaking ground, baby.
Yeah.
This one's got that Simpsons vibe, though. Does
Yeah.
it feel like a Simpsons episode? Not all of them do,
No.
but some right? Like this has got this has got the vibe.
Yeah, the pace isn't quite there, but the vibe.
And you get to see a bit of Itchy and Scratchy again,
Yeah.
which, is like the second time we've seen Itchy and Scratchy as their TV show of choice.
Third time, because they do have in the Christmas one, Itchy and Scratchy were on the TV in the background.
Oh, Jordan's Anal Corner.
Hey.
Oh, look, a pirate has joined us.
Yar, I hear there be
very
Jordan's
drunk
anal
pirate.
corner here.
Oh, booty. Yeah.
It's 8 doubloons.
What?
You were looking for the anal corner?
Yeah, and there's 8 doubloons. Oh, to get it.
Yeah.
X marks the spot.
What's the conversion rate for a doubloon?
So I'm going with a silver for this one. I think it was a cute, charming minute-and-a-half cartoon.
Silver seems fair. Put me down.
Oh. Boom.
I can die. To the mesosphere. I'm giving this one a gold.
Hey.
It is short, but a complete little circle. I feel like a Simpsons episode. Homer falls off the roof. That is super Simpsons-y. Never see him hit the ground, but I also like that it cut to Scratchy or possibly Itchy falling as like a final, a crossfade almost.
Yeah, definitely. Claire.
Look, I don't know. I feel like I've been ranking like wildly across the board tonight, and I think I'm just going to keep that energy up and like rank it a bronze. It just feels right.
Sure.
Yeah,
Jordan, finish it off.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, one thing I brought up was the choice to have Scratchy fall onto the camera lens and squish. I thought that was pretty cool. Brought it down by the fact I thought they were going to go with the joke of like, nothing yet, Homer, while they're just like sitting there, just like watching TV, and they didn't go that route, which I guess would have been cliche, but I think would have been funnier. But silver.
Yeah, I was almost expecting the whole, working an antenna back in the day, the Homer having to position himself, doing his barf
That's not so
fingers.
bad, is it?
Stay still right where you are. Don't move, Homer.
Yeah.
And then it's nighttime and they're still watching.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, gang. Does the end of the Tracy Ullman shorts. What a fucking ride.
Strange, man. History is a wild place.
Terrible place to live.
Yeah. Any final thoughts about that second batch of shorts?
I wouldn't have been giving them a deal based on that.
No? You wouldn't eat those shorts?
You wouldn't pick them up. You wouldn't pick them up.
Not for dessert.
Those shorts were not cool or comfortable. It's been 2 years. 2 years since our first round.
Yeah.
And that means that the first show was like quite hazy, but I just feel like there were more winners in the first batch, and I think they had the format much closer to what a TV series would be, like part A, part B almost. It was just a really strange choice.
Yeah, throughout recording this podcast, I checked multiple times just to make sure that like the run times listed online were matching up with what we were seeing there, because like I'm like, are we missing fucking scenes? Are these getting cut off short? Are these like actually bad? But no, the run times line up. It's just a choice that they clearly made in their third season of this to make them shorter. And it's wild how badly it treated them.
But I mean, that being said, if you are a Simpsons fan, it's not going to be a long watch for you to go back and see these. And I think overall,
it took us 2 years.
Yeah, but we're very slow at things, and we
pandemics.
talk a lot.
Yeah,
but like,
there's been like 5 lockdowns between this and when we recorded that.
I think just go back, watch them, enjoy them for what they are, because there's nothing. I mean, aside from there's a couple of ones that are genuinely cringy, but the majority are very watchable, at least. And if you're a fan of the earlier Simpsons, it's worth seeing where they came from.
Yeah, it's an interesting historical artifact.
I was going to say the first half, I feel like just had more that were completely fucked. Like there was something just like, what the hell is going on with this animation, with the color like with anything, the voice, like everything. Some of them were just so completely Wild West that you're like, you gotta see this because this is so strange. Whereas these ones are just sort of a bit bland.
Yeah. We were throwing out cubics in the first batch. There was not a single cubic today. But like in the first batch...
Not even a debate for a cubic on that one.
No, but in those ones, it was like, cubic for just complete Dada-esque, fucking, pork casserole, porkaroni and fish.
Yeah, porkaroni and fish.
Fisheroni and pork,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but still, a wildly fun experiment. Yeah, something that, I assume none of you had done before.
Fascinating retrospective.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Crap stories, but interesting to see it happen.
Such humble beginnings. All right, well, that about wraps it up for the Simpsons Index this week. Just before we go, just like to remind you all out there that, the Simpsons Index is a completely independent show, and support for our show comes from our Patreon subscribers. And we want to shout out and thank those Patreons. And, everybody thank Grant Prusi.
Thank you,
Grant Prusi!
And thank 16-Ounce Mouse.
Thank you.
What a
16-Ounce
mouse.
And Philip Wolf.
Thank you, Philip Wolf.
Damn.
Hey, Zola.
Philip, thanks.
And Timothy Burleson.
Thank you, Timothy.
Thanks, Stephanie.
Stephanie, you're awesome.
Woo. And thank you, Chris Tarr.
Thank you, Krista.
Thank you, Chris.
Azoko Loko, thank you.
Wait, say that one again?
I didn't hear that one.
Azoko Loko.
Azoko Loko, you are very cool.
You sound like an energy drink, and I'm for it.
And Freezer, thank you, Freezer.
No.
Frieza, no, you're evil, and
bad.
you killed Vegeta.
Yeah,
but
terrible.
also, thank you for giving us money.
Thank you.
Our friend Diana, that is a Dragon Ball reference as well.
Yeah, of course it is. I know. I can smell another weeb from a mile off.
Thank you to our weeby friend Diana. And David James Young, DJY, thank
DJ
you.
White.
Thank you.
Good job, Deej.
And from One Good Thing, Paul Salt and Paul Goodman. Thank you, Pauls.
You said
Thank
one
you,
good thing,
Pauls.
but they're both good
Yeah,
things.
thanks, Sultan Goodman.
Salty good.
Salty good man.
Yeah.
Why did I say it like that? Thank you, Paul and Paul.
Yes.
The polls, everybody.
They have it all.
And if you aren't a subscriber yet, please check out our podcast. We're doing a few different exclusive shows. You get a bonus podcast every week for the low price of a cup of coffee a month. And
Why, that's the same price as a cup of coffee a month.
exactly. Depending where you buy it's $5. Anyway, we're doing exclusive podcasts like catching up BT on all the episodes he missed on the Simpsons Index proper. We're reviewing the DVD and extras of the Simpsons box sets and reviewing movies that star the cast of the Simpsons.
Like you've never seen them before.
Yeah, like
Reviewed by the Simpsons Index main cast.
Yeah, the people who know more than most.
Once again, thank you out there for listening, but most importantly, thank you in the room. Thank you, Jordan.
You're welcome and great.
Thank you. Thank you, Claire.
Thank you, Elliot.
Thank you, BT.
That's the last time I ever take you kids to the Simpsons shorts.
Shut up. And thank you, Danny Rosewell.
I'm Danny Rosewell. Danny Rosewell.
And I've been your host, Elliot Jay O'Neill. That's all the mustard in the house.
Mustard!
There really wasn't
Now
any
let's
mustard,
all
though.
hug.
I really wish there was some mustard.
I forgive you.
Thank you for listening to the Simpsons Index podcast, which is also an online spreadsheet available at thesimpsonsindex.com. You can chat to us online at facebook.com/thesimpsonsindex or at Simpsons Index on Twitter and Instagram. And now please stay tuned for the bonus scenes!
And just checking my waveforms. Shag, could you please check?
And just checking my waveforms. Shag, could you please beat? Could you just fuck?
And just checking my waveforms, Chad, could you please check?
And just checking my waveforms. Claire, could you please check?
My waveforms are wavy and formy and wavy.
Check out those curves
Go
on them
ahead,
waveforms.
Jordan. Wave at me.
Just forming those check waves. Everything seems fine.
Slovakian waves, everybody.
Why are you whispering into the microphone? It's so
I'm
soft.
not.
It's called ASMR, Claire.
This is not an ASMR cast.
Now, everybody all at once. And if we could just got 3 DJs and Ben MC. He'll be breaking down.
Ads.
Don't listen to me.
I like my cookies with coffee and cream.
Hey. You could press skip out if you wanted to. But I think we all learned a little something from that.
At the Star Casino. Oh my god!
Did someone say Star Casino?
There we go.
Yeah, we're going to watch another one. We'll be back. Hopefully no casino ads this time.
cartoon.
These messages from the casino.
Mm.
You wouldn't steal a casino.
You wouldn't.
Tell that to Danny Ocean.
Yeah, I was just about to say, you wouldn't Ocean's 11. Is that full screen thing going to fuck off? Oh, cool, another ad.
She's just Diana, CEO.
Yeah.
Of what? Who? Doesn't matter.
No, her last name is Seo.
Ah, okay.
For Mutty?
They do diced tomatoes.
Oh. Don't eat it out of the...
You don't tell other people how to live, Elliot.
Beach never eat sauce out of the tin.
You don't tell me how to live.
No, they're diced tomatoes.
There's nothing in that mug.
No, it's a cup of sauce.
Hey guys, this is a side note. So you playing along at home, this might only help you in case you need to notify the police.
Yeah.
But we might be being spied on. Is there a hole in the ceiling?
Yeah, there is.
Really strange. And why is it open?
It's a hatch, so the ceiling people can look it up.
Yeah, okay,
Daniel,
I'm
we
with you.
have one of those in our own house.
Dude,
Yeah,
it's not just like propped open with people staring out of it.
Yeah, well, we just need to get up there and adjust the little hatch. We
Yeah, just
have one in our
leave,
house.
just leave a little photo of the girl from The Grudge up there and scare the next inhabitant.
It's funny. It's the only room we haven't occupied the last couple of days, and they've just been waiting. Oh, they're going to come down here and do something.
They set up this studio on the first day. Why haven't they done anything with it yet? God.
Just, haha, we caught you podcasting. That was strictly against the Airbnb T&C. Who wants to rank this thing?
I'm glad that no one spoke over that. That's going to be a great sample. Say it again.
I'm now questioning if I, Bebe said it.
No, not that I heard, but the Airbnb T&C.
Back in the 92, still in a room without a view?
Yeah, no, he's right.
Yeah.
You got to go, you got to go. The winner said go, go, go. Oh,
No,
yeah,
know your enemy.
All right, let's watch this fucking what? Yeah, Claire, you missed the still from this.
Oh, no, I saw it, and I don't like it, and I don't want to watch the rest of the episode. It's scaring me.
Elliot, the time has come to play.
What?
The next line of that song. We got it's time to press play.
It was an excellent bit.
I was thinking, do you ever see like Bart or Lisa holding Maggie? Like carrying her? Because like she's always walking and tripping over her little thing. And I was just thinking like, why aren't they just picking her up?
I think she's just an independent baby. Like, she's just one of those babies that wants to walk. Like, she doesn't cry when she falls over. It's just she needs that little bit of independence. But I do think you see Lisa carrying her at some point, at least in the series, if not these shorts.
No, I like that take on Maggie. She's strong and independent. She gets knocked down, she gets up again.
Never going to keep her down.
Hey.
Just how calloused her face must be from all the falling. Just a bunch of other bits and pieces.
Wiggum's nose.
Yeah.
Shazam.
What?
Private pile.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, for like the security guard.
Security guard, yeah. Like he had Lenny vibes, but I don't know, something really weirdly military about his like
Lenny
his hat and
vibes to
everything.
study too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's your next gold shag is to make lo-fi beats with Lenny in them.
Yeah, just to, have the clip of Lenny in that crumpled down house, just sitting there studying.
Please don't tell anyone how I live. Please don't tell anyone how I live. Please don't tell anyone how I live. How I live. Yeah, okay.
Better be
While
chill,
a girl with cat earphones pencils in her diary while her cat sits on the windowsill.
You mean me?
Yes.
Thank you.
You
Hi.
are, by the way, to everyone, we're outing Claire. She's the lo-fi girl.
Yeah.
She's
I wish.
no, her resolution is very poor.
No, you just have to study 24/7. That sucks.
I'm pretty convinced that she's not studying. She's just writing fan fiction
playing
anyway.
Genshin.
Filthy pornographic fan fiction.
Little doggy snores.
Rather that than snoggy doors. What?
Drew, I hate when doors kiss me.
Come and check out my snoggy doors.
Nice.
You got a door, but it won't snog you.